And welcome back to episode 253 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I'm your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co host. I don't even know what this nigga, like, he just gets on my nerves. Malcolm motherfucking King. What's happening?
Yes, Thirsty. What's good, fellas?
Yo, yo.
Shit, another one. You know how it go.
Yes,
Got my
sir.
guy CT Ski in the building. What's happening?
Man, tough, tough week on the loss end, but we back, man. We back.
Yeah, one and ones cross the board, like you said before the
Hey,
show.
across the board.
Cross the board. I ain't mad
I
at
don't, I don't know if we ever gonna have this again, so we gotta enjoy
it. Nah, we fuck around and might
it.
have similar records all the way.
Hey, we get all the way through with
season.
the same record. That'll be a hey.
We might have similar records all the way through the season. But shit, we gotta start it out with my Raiders, man.
Y'all just started out, man. Hey, I was watching that game, man. I'm proud of y'all because y'all could have easily folded in the first half and
Mm-hmm.
just let Lamar get to being Lamar, but y'all contained him.
I mean,
Got
but
to
I told you
hitting.
that was gonna be the case though. I told you last week, and that's not even like saying like I called it or anything. I just know how he play and how we play.
Mm-hmm.
And like our visits, like playing each other previous years, I could have told you how that was gonna play out. Did I know we was gonna get the dub? Nah, not at
I
all.
like Gardner. I like Gardner a lot after that one. He made some tough throws,
He did.
key spots.
He
He
did.
fourth,
30 for
third, and fourth,
38.
third and fourth quarter is really what he got going, cooking up.
30 for
30
38.
for 38 on that defense.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, nobody seen
268
that.
yards. That one interception that he did throw though was like you threw that shit right to that nigga. It had to be a miscommunication on a route or
Miscommunication,
something
yeah.
because it was right to cuz and I was like, oh, I just knew it. I knew he was gonna do at least one of them.
Yeah. And y'all got Brock Bowers looking real, real nice.
I called that one. Now that one I'm proud of.
He looks like one of them ones, one of them Sam,
There you
what's the
go.
one?
Coach Mike
There
in the
he is. I
building.
knew he was on here after that win, man.
Where's Q when you
Hey,
Right.
need him?
Right.
put the beat downs on them boys,
No,
huh?
I show up for the wins and the losses, thank you. I just might stay on shorter for the losses.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
I come, I get my lumps, and I'm like, all right, fuck all y'all.
At least that
Yeah.
motherfucking telling
Top
the
of the
truth.
division. Top of the division right now.
I mean, just like the last 6 years.
Yeah, it's not how you start.
Yeah, true.
It's how you finish. The Eagles should know that shit. The fuck? Ain't how you start, motherfucker. But
But yeah, we was talking about the Raiders game in Baltimore.
yeah, that game, I'm not gonna lie, it was ugly as hell. It was ugly across the board.
First half it was all field goals.
Yeah, it was
I
just
think it was
ugly.
9-6.
I was
I mean, but
happy.
that's Ravens football. Like, for all this talk about Lamar, like, they kick an awful lot of field goals.
Right.
Oh, the Ravens? No, they
Yeah.
skip. They miss. They don't even go. They go for it on fourth down a lot. I'd be so mad they don't go like kick the ball. You got one of the best kickers, and they steady going for him 4th and 3. They don't get it.
He did miss
Other
one
teams,
last game though. We
he
needed
missed one the
that.
first game too.
Did he?
Yeah, I think it was like a 56 when he missed last game.
Justin Tucker was the best in the league for a while.
They don't use him like they should. You see how the other teams use it, like Chris Boswell. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like he gets all them. That's how they should be using Tucker, man. They just started using Lamar. They don't use him no more. He should not be kicking the ball 3 times a game. You know
Shit,
what I'm
that's
saying?
really how the
Including the extra
Falcons.
point.
That's how the Falcons got the Eagles too. I know we'll get there, but that young ho cool nigga,
He can kick. Yeah, you know what I'm
he
saying?
was
Like
in there getting stats last game.
kick it, man. It shows at the end that it matters. Like
Right? No, it does. It does. That's definitely a good one. I mean, I was definitely happy.
Just like y'all did it too. Y'all kicked the ball at the end of the game. Y'all was up. Y'all ran the ball, didn't get the first down. The clock was still running. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all kicked the ball, it was only 40-something seconds. When they got the ball,
Right.
They couldn't do nothing. They ain't really have that. It's on the other end, on the Eagles side, they went for it on fourth down, didn't get it.
Right.
Remember that? And then they stopped the clock right there. It was a minute something. Then they kicked it. It was like a 120. Then they gave Kirk a lot of time. So yeah, y'all did the smart thing. Y'all coaching. That's what I'm saying. I guess it is kind of coaching to go to play. But
I mean, the Raiders putting up 13 points in a quarter, like that's a big deal.
That is a big deal. That is a big deal. It is a big. Well, no, it's a big
30
deal.
for 38 was the big deal.
It's a big
30 for 38.
30 for 38 is pretty impressive, even with the
big
interception.
Deal. After losing to the Chargers first, when you come back and beat them, that's big. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that.
And on the road, and it was on the road.
Uh-huh.
You can't even say you was at home. That was on the road too. Yeah.
Yeah, it gave me a little more faith in Gardner. I will say that. Not saying I just lost faith. I'm not saying I lost faith, but what I was thinking when I saw him after that first game, I was like, ooh, you know, Devontae's gone. Nobody's going to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, oh, okay, he can hit him. Well, I knew he could hit him, but it's like he can hit him in them spots. That's the one thing you got to respect about this nigga is he doesn't give a fuck. You hear me? I'm going to throw this ball. Oh, it might look bad to y'all. I'm going to throw it anyway.
He looks so much better than Jimmy did on that team. Like I was watching some of Jimmy's stuff too. Like I was like, dude, he gets out the pocket. He can move. You know what I'm saying? Even if he ain't rushing, but he can just scramble right to the. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get out. Ain't always got to stand in the pocket.
Nah, he's not bad. He's not bad. And when you
y'all
play
like y'all
that,
didn't even run. I'm about to say y'all ain't even need the running back. Zaire go and sit on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? We good. What do you 10 rushes probably?
He got 9, but he only got 24 yards.
That's what I'm saying. We don't even need you today.
Shit, we did a good job containing Derrick Henry for the most part. Till later, he started breaking off.
It started stiff for him.
Yeah. But the first, damn near the whole first half. What was it? He had I think they said he had 8 rushes for 4 yards.
Yeah, it was a negative, I think, for 5. He was rushed 5 times. He was a negative at first. I remember that.
Yeah, man. I'm happy that they showed they can do that. You contain a Derrick Henry and you contain a Lamar, and you letting us know it's gonna be a tough go at things for the run defense for a lot of teams.
How long is Derrick?
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. You got it.
No, I was just gonna say, how long has Derrick Henry been in the league? He's got to be getting up there in terms of running backs.
He looked good though, but he wants more. He said he thinks he should be getting 30 carries. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's a volume guy. He is a volume guy, which doesn't make sense. I can't remember. Somebody shouted that out. I was like, yeah, no, that is exactly right.
No, he gets it by yards per carry and getting a tons of yards.
Right. But you can't do that with Lamar.
You can't do that as you start crossing 30.
And even beyond that, I'm taking Lamar's talent at creating a play over you.
Yeah, you don't want to take the ball out of Lamar.
Yeah.
No, I'm
also not as big.
He's figured out, I think, at this point.
I'm also not as big a fan of Lamar as everybody else on this is.
No, I'm not either.
I don't think he's
Mouth try to say, I called him the MVP last year. I ain't say nothing about it this year. You ain't heard nothing about it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I ain't said anything about it this year on it.
He's definitely special, but I don't think he is a complete quarterback. I think the things that he adds to the table allow him to remain at that position. But as far as like we talked about, he's deep ball or bust.
Yeah.
You have no mid-range game. You have no short game. You have nothing like that. If it's
I don't even see him going deep. He don't even got no deep threats.
Shit, Zay.
Yeah, they're not even going deep. They throwing short. He's
they ain't
5
throwing
yard
no
out.
shorts.
Like, look, you watch the game. They're not throwing deep. When's the last time
Zay Flowers got all his passes Well, not all of them, of course. I'm exaggerating, but off of 15 to 20 yard passes.
Short.
I don't consider that short.
Them was not all the passes, man. You capped.
I'm not saying all of them, but for the most part, that's the only threat. Lamar can't throw a screen because that means
he almost got Zay out the game. He got slammed one time. Raiders, baby. Like that's his only option to him, and likely.
Damn near.
Where's Aguilar? Where's Bateman? Where's, you know what I'm saying? I don't even never noticed them out there for real until the fourth quarter, probably to get a couple catches in the fourth.
Nah, you are damn near right about that. It is really only Zay and Aguilar.
Mark Andrews every now and then, you know what I'm saying? Trying to find him, but they just look so basic.
But it don't matter. It don't matter what you give them. Lamar's going Lamar. He can get you good shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying a lot of people would pick him because of the flash of it. But I would much rather more of a complete quarterback. Like, I want a guy that wants to remain in the pocket until you force him out of it. Like, a CJ Stroud is a perfect example of that. Like, I can burn y'all.
That is all the shit that I gave CJ Stroud shit for while he was at Ohio State, was that he refused to leave the pocket.
That's how exactly. Now in the NFL and he sees, oh, they're gonna make me. Right. Then you like, damn, that nigga looks complete right there. He's showing out, but
he still have flash. He look iffy against the Bears.
Are the Ravens the biggest
surprise?
Are the Ravens the biggest surprise 0-2 team?
Ravens.
Who else is in that bucket?
I think the Steelers are a surprise. They 2-0.
Well, I mean 0-2.
No, he's saying
0-2. Let me think. It might be.
Let's see who else were winless.
I thought the coach had a lot of expectations.
You've got Bengals, who trash. All right. You've got the Colts, trash. Jaguars. I am not a Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville fan, so that doesn't surprise me. The Titans are also 0-2. Broncos are also 0-2. The Giants are 0-2. Of course they are, because they're trash. The Panthers are 0-2. They're trash. I mean, the only other team that could compete for that surprise 0-2, maybe the Rams.
A lot of injuries right now, too. They just got banged up.
I get that, but that's kind of my point. Like, out of the winless teams right now, who's the biggest surprise that they're winless? Is it the Ravens?
Yeah, it would
sure.
definitely be the Ravens. I would say the Bengals at a close second.
Yeah.
Bengals gonna have a rough season.
The Titans, I thought the Titans would be better too. Like,
I think they might be capable of turning it around, though.
I haven't seen much of D-Hop this year at all.
I mean, if they lose to the Bears and the Jets,
yeah, I know. And they blew both of them games for real. The quarterback is looking awful. He threw some terrible, like, he should take sacks. He just throw it at the last minute to anybody. Like, yeah. Will Levis, he's fast, yeah.
Yeah. I don't yet. Right. What was you about to say?
I was going to say, flip that question.
Who's the best surprise 2-0?
Who are the surprise 2-0? So let me rattle them off real quick. You have the Bills, not a surprise. You've got the Steelers. That might be up there. You've got the Texans, which I would say is not a surprise based on how they finished the year last year. You've got the Chargers and Chiefs, which I would not call surprises.
Chargers, yeah.
Okay, you can make the argument for the Chargers. I don't think you can make the argument for the Chiefs. There's nobody 2-0 in the NFC East because the NFC East is trash. NFC North, you've got the Vikings at 2-0.
What about the Bucs?
That would be NFC South. You've got the Saints and the Bucs. Saints might be the team that's the surprise 2-0. And then you've got the Seahawks at 2-0 right now.
Seahawks kind of proved they could do it though. That was 2 years ago too, I believe. When they get knocked out to the 49ers and they almost beat them.
Did you know?
Yeah. That wasn't last year. Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Saints, they still
I think the
haven't
Saints
proved
gotta
nothing.
be.
Yeah,
I get it, but again, the question is surprised that they're 2-0.
You kind of gotta give
the way
it
they're
to
doing
them.
it too. The Saints for me, yeah. Because I saw them in preseason game. I'm like, they about to be awful, and that is not what I've been seeing these last 2 weeks. So.
Yeah, preseason is such trash because you don't see
Yeah.
nobody fucking plays.
Right.
I saw Carr them for like 2 drives, and I was like, is this what they about to have? And then he's looking definitely different.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give Derek Carr credit.
You see Derek goes somewhere else and they start winning.
But I mean,
he's got way more weapons.
Yeah, he definitely
now.
has. He definitely has a little bit more. He got a little bit more going for him in.
New Orleans.
Yeah, I wouldn't say way more weapons. I would say it's pretty comparable. But as far as the division you're in now as well,
either.
And Carr, like I always said, Carr give you stats.
Right.
Carr,
and he's got a running back, right? So he doesn't have to do it by himself.
But I mean, he had one in Vegas too, in Oakland.
I mean, his back this week put up 3 touchdowns.
The biggest issue, but they won't every week. The biggest issue.
3 on the ground.
Yeah.
The biggest issue with Carr being in the AFC is he cracks under pressure. Any high pressure situation, Carr's cracking in. And in the AFC, it's a lot of high pressure situations because you're going to run into a lot of the top teams there, and a lot of them are in your division as well. Well, now I won't say all top, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
It gets to a point where damn near every game is on the line type shit.
Yeah.
Where in the NFC, you got gimme games.
Right, like the Eagles, the Cowboys, like the
entire NFC. You got to face some tough quarterbacks in the AFC too coming up. So
right. So
especially when like Phillip,
I can see him. I can see him getting the Saints to the playoffs, and he's going to send them home in the first round too. Again, that's what he does. He's going to crack.
Speaking of cracking, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua Tagovailoa. What he say? I can't listen. But yeah,
is Tua done? Or can we call Tua's career over?
No.
It should be.
It should be. Concussion protocol, that motherfucker.
It should be. Nah, it should be. I'm telling you, he has a baby neck.
You sent me that text, and I'm like, you pretty much right, because
it's his neck.
His concussions 2 years ago were from the neck snap off the turf. It wasn't from the hit.
Right. You have no neck, resistance.
The only thing I felt bad for in that situation was Damar Hamlin, who's the one who put the hit on him.
Yeah, that's really you trying to open wounds and shit. But him, he might have been thinking like a savage. Like, if I can come back, you can too, nigga. You be all right.
I saw this fantastic TikTok where it's Damar Hamlin talking shit to him, and it's like, it wasn't me that was supposed to go to her. It was you.
I don't even think he got hit that hard either.
He did.
He really did.
He did.
It wasn't a hard hit.
Right. It was like
he hit him with an arm. It was like an arm.
He like stumbled forward.
Right, and his neck went back again. Back again with that little infant neck of his. You gotta hold his neck up.
He needs a cowboy collar. He needs to go old school and get the cow. He needs the cowboy collar, man.
You might
old
be
school
right.
the big old foam circle right here. Bring it
Right
back
back,
for
bro.
a quarterback.
That motherfucker need a damn what you call it in the car, an airbag in his motherfucking helmet. That's what he needs. That nigga need one
But
of them.
James Cook came ready that game, boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, James
Man,
Cook. I had him on my fantasy team last year. He's nice.
You're gonna have to let Cook cook, man. And that's the biggest difference this year.
Yeah,
We're moving the ball on the ground and play calling in terms of getting him the ball in space has been much better. And knock on wood, who has 0 interceptions on the year?
Mercedes.
That's right. Fuck y'all. Josh
That's
motherfucking
impressive.
Allen has 0 interceptions.
That's impressive.
Now he's also not putting up stats like he was, but
I say he ain't forcing it a lot of places. He's
No.
playing ball.
I mean, Jaden Daniels has 0 interceptions too. He broke C.J. Stroud's record or something for that or something. But he's got 0 interceptions. Now the Commanders suck, of course, but I'm just saying he hasn't turned the ball over. So
They look nice to him though, kinda. I like him though.
I think honestly, Buffalo's best decision was to get rid of all the offensive weapons. I think he forced balls into them because he thought that they would go and make a play.
That's what the commentators were saying too.
That's a good point.
And
So
I mean,
he ain't got nobody coming to him like, I need the ball, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Yeah. Now they know they
So
roll.
you got
Just
what?
smooth sailing.
Hobbit, Shakir, and the 2 tight ends.
Coleman.
Yep.
And Coleman, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
But James Cook and our ability to run the ball is the biggest difference. Like, that's been my complaint the last 2 or 3 years.
Vaughn
What was that? Yeah. Oh, Vaughn?
He was active.
I mean, he has to be because we're out like 4 linebackers, man.
Yeah.
We lose a linebacker even this game. We lost the other freaking safety.
For real.
Like we just can't keep people healthy. At least not in the defensive
But y'all
backfield.
team is always like a next man up mentality. Y'all got over there.
But that was the big difference. Is that this game in particular felt like
I just took a picture to show us.
Like somebody would go down and you wouldn't even be able to tell who went down on defense this time around. So I think that the Bills' defense from a talent perspective is down, but I think there's less drop off between their first and their second line. Between the first team and the second team. I also think that getting, a couple of additional backs so that Cook doesn't have to do it himself.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to see Davis do more.
Number 28. Number 28. He was nice.
Yeah.
Davis, that's him here. Yeah.
Did you hear? I seen it on ESPN. I can't remember where I seen it though. If it was the website or like a post on Instagram that Josh Allen has more rushing yards than Christian McCaffrey.
He played, yeah.
That's crazy though.
In a career?
That is crazy.
Josh Allen has more career rushing yards than Christian McCaffrey.
I mean, he's only got 41 so far this year, so he's not putting himself in as much risk thus far.
He can't afford to. And I know he's getting older. I know he's starting to feel that shit. Like that last, I didn't recover like I did back in the day. That's what happens. You can take it for whenever.
He's not blowing anything out of the water stats wise, but he's also making fewer mistakes. Like the only mistake he's made in the first 2 games was holding on to the ball too long. The one play that turned into a fumble.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with CT. That is exactly what you need. I feel like the less mistakes, the better y'all are overall as a team.
Well, and I think
I feel like that's how we were trying to play too, though. That's how we were trying to look, not turn the ball over and just play defense, kick the ball when we need to get down there.
It's a lot of quarterbacks with a lot of interceptions right now.
Well, and I think too, you're seeing the cyclical nature of the league. I think the running game is coming back after, probably 4 or 5 years where there wasn't a ton of rushing.
They showed it.
Wouldn't even pay a running back.
Right.
They said like last year it was like 60-something total touchdowns in the first game, and then like this year it was only like 30. So it was like a running the ball on defense was like being strong.
Well, and it's shortening the games too. Like, so there's less opportunity if you're not throwing it.
True that.
I know Patty
defense is coming to play. A lot of defense is stepping up too. I like.
I'm about to pull it up. Patty threw 3 though for sure. I know that. Jay. So it's right now. These are good quarterbacks for real. Some of them. Bo Nix, of course, is at number 1 with 4. Anthony Richardson's with him. Bryce Young got 3. Patty got 3. Jalen got 3. Tua got 3. Levis got 3. Goff got 3. Caleb got 2. Gardner Minshew got 2. Darnold got 2. Dak got 2. So
are you talking about just this week?
About to say,
just
I think
the
Tua
past
threw all
2
3
weeks.
in that game. So yeah,
just the past 2 weeks in general. Game. So to your point, it's a lot of good quarterbacks out here that it seems to be are taking chances. Where if you can limit the amount of chances you take with these players playing the way that they're playing, that's room for dubs.
So, I lost track of what you were going there. You said that was touchdowns by like quarterback throwing.
No, those are interceptions in the first 2 weeks.
Okay, thank you. That's where I was like, because I'm looking at the list and I'm like, no. All right.
So I'm saying those are a lot of good quarterbacks that you are clearly seeing taking chances in the first 2 weeks of football. So if the Bills can limit theirs.
John, are you okay though? John's had a day, dude. John, I'm buying you some beer this week, dude.
Don't buy him any beer. He's an alcoholic enough.
That's fine. He needs it. He's had a week.
He's already alcoholic.
His car's fucked up. He hit his nuts just now, bro. He ran. He not ran, but he
mute.
Oh, he hit his dick.
Okay, thank God, because if you hit my car,
listen.
John's holding this shit. I gotta get a picture of this.
Pause. Hey, mute your mic.
There you
go.
Muted
it. My fault. I didn't realize I had the ability.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, you can do that? That's
I can. Well, Cliff can as soon as I leave and I make him the host.
Yeah, I can't right now. But no, I was saying if you can limit the amount of chances that you're taking, and these quarterbacks are clearly taking them.
Yeah.
Those are a lot of those quarterbacks. Well, not really a lot, but the
Sam
number
was
one
probably 2-0-0.
You said Sam?
2-0.
As far as his record?
Are they 2-0?
Yeah. Vikings are 2-0. They're one of the surprise 2-0s.
But he has 2. He has 2 interceptions too. So I mean,
his ratio is good. Like 4 to
he's got 4
TDs to 2 INTs.
Right.
I mean, honestly, the top of the ratio is Cliff's boy, Carr and Baker, both with 5 and only 1.
Right.
And then you've got Kyler Murray, who, despite starting off the season with a loss, has thrown for 4 but 0 interceptions.
Oh,
pretty nice.
So he's the only quarterback that's thrown more touchdowns with no interceptions than Josh right now.
Did you hear that Marvin Harrison Jr. is the first rookie wide receiver to get at least 4 receptions and 2 touchdowns in the first quarter of a game since 1996 when it was done by Marvin Harrison Sr.?
Oh, that's cool.
That's crazy.
I mean, it certainly wasn't the first week, but the second week, yeah, that's fine.
That's crazy.
No, that is a cool stat, though.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. I feel like that if that ain't a glitch in it.
It is tough, yeah.
Well, that's just Marvin Harrison Sr., right? Like, this goes back to we just reuse the same player characters over and over. Like fucking what's his name? Keanu Reeves has been around since the 1870s.
The NFL Freaky Friday them, and now Marvin Harrison Jr. is the old man on the sideline. Like, damn, where my shot at? And he's still out there.
We just put Junior in front of their name when really it's the same guy. They've just rebooted the skin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Looking nice though.
That's probably
they didn't really go to him after that though in that first quarter. So
I ain't watched that game.
They ended up blowing the Rams out.
I just saw that stat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the Bills, if they can keep it up, they can keep it up. I mean
The Bills, they're the only team that has two different people with 2 rushing touchdowns. That's what I'm talking about. The run game's the big difference.
I mean, but y'all been kind of doing that since Singletary and Zach Moss. Like,
no, I agree.
Y'all were hybrid.
But the two touchdowns are Josh and Cook. Mm-hmm. Like the other guys haven't even gotten the touchdowns yet. Mm-hmm. And I think Davis will be the guy. He just needs to develop.
Wait, what was the stat then? What was the stat? They're the only team with what now?
They're the only team with 2 rushing touchdowns by 2 different people.
What, in the same game?
Yeah, well, just overall. Like I'm looking at the top rushing touchdowns, right? So you've got
what about the Eagles though?
Yeah.
Eagles got one with Jalen and Saquon.
They only have 1. The difference was there 2, but I'm with you.
Yeah, they both have 2, or what you're saying? They both have. Okay,
yeah,
I follow.
So they've got 4 rushing touchdowns.
Right,
total.
right.
The only people that are competing with that is New Orleans with is it Kamara?
Yeah.
Who's got 4 on his own.
I see what you're saying.
So it's the whole multiple weapons thing.
Right. That's interesting.
James Conner Stevenson's running it too. I like my Patriots Stevenson. He's running it a little bit.
Ramondre?
Yeah.
Fuck your Pats, man.
Hey.
He is doing all right, though. I will give him that. He is doing all right.
Just got to stay healthy.
What happened?
Oh, he's good right now. I'm just saying he got hurt last week. He just got to stay healthy this week.
No, I'm saying what happened with the Seahawks.
Oh, we played them good, man. I thought we went up late in the 4th. It was like 2 minutes. Then we let them kick a field goal. You know, so they drove the ball down the field, got in range. And
that's where you.
Then it was like a late call in the overtime. I think about the flag, and then they got in the field goal range and they kicked it, so we lost. You know what I'm saying? But I'm proud of the team and what we're doing right now.
That's where you missing Judah.
Definitely, because he's balling in Atlanta. So, yeah, we're missing him. I think Bentley went out. He's out for a couple weeks, like linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
Shit, Geno Smith was 33 for 44 attempts, 327 yards, 1 touchdown. Had a 103.1 rating.
The first touchdown I was mad too, blue colors to DK.
That long one to DK.
Yeah, like 53 yards. I was mad.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, the Seahawks may be a surprise 3-0.
Why? Who they got next?
No.
They got the Dolphins this week without Tua.
Oh, you know
they injured too. I think Kenneth Walker's out.
I'm glad you said so.
I was thinking we was going to go with Drake May, but we didn't go to that yet. They said he gets about 35% of the snaps at practice,
So, oh yeah. I don't know why I just assumed that he was hurt because everybody else has been getting hurt. But, nah, Jacoby's, like I said, he's like the best game manager in the league.
I mean, he's certainly doing a better job than Mac did.
Our receivers just don't get
That's
the
all
ball.
They wanted Mac to do.
It don't matter where you put Jacoby. Jacoby's almost like, you know, like when you played football back in the day in the yard and you was like all-time quarterback. Jacoby can stand in for Miami. He can go over to Denver. He can come help you out in New England. It don't matter what it is. And he's going to put up the same stats. You know what to expect from him.
So he was nicer with the coach.
8 times out of 10, he'll get you in field goal range.
Did anybody else see the post that if it comes to fruition, I will hunt down the person who put it into the atmosphere? Miami is without a quarterback right now.
They got Tyler Huntley.
Guess who's living in Miami right now?
Who?
It just had its first broadcast game for the Fox Sports Network.
Oh.
Not Tom Brady.
I don't see it, but
that's a team that has the weapons that could win with Tom.
That definitely is.
Now Tom can't take any hits, but
I say we can
he also, as long as somebody's running the route correctly, he'll find them.
But
Tom, though, the league is only getting.
The thing that Tom did smart as well was pick teams with good offensive lines. Like when he went to the Bucks had a good offensive line at the time.
Yeah.
Miami, I wouldn't say is on the same par as, which kind of puts you in an Aaron Rodgers situation where there's a potential.
Right.
You could really take one, and
you could take your last hit.
Yeah, you weren't expecting to come back to that. So to CT's point, I don't know if he'll just dive into that.
No, I don't think he will either, but I thought it was interesting, and it made me shudder a little bit at first.
I mean, that would be the perfect place for him. That would be the perfect place for him. I will give you that. And he still got River Craycraft out there, so you still got your little Wes Welker.
I don't know that he would meld well with what's his name, Mike
Hill.
McDaniel. No, it's not even Hill. I'm talking the coach.
I don't know.
I think they're well.
I don't know. I mean, maybe not, but I think that there's definitely possibility there.
Yeah.
Bad playbook and Tom Brady. Yeah, I think they go great together.
But Tua would be running for his life half the time. Tom can't afford to do that.
Right.
Tom can't afford to do that.
Tua, he could have slid. Easy could have slid.
He had the first. He took like 4
I
extra
see Kyler. That's why I
good.
see Kyler sliding all the time this year. Like, slide. What's wrong with you?
You know who I actually saw slide twice in the game?
Who?
Josh Allen.
Listen, he don't know how.
He slid twice against Miami.
He don't know how. We need to get the slip and slide out to Buffalo, but it'd be frozen before.
Hey, man, he's just playing smarter this season.
Yeah.
And I hope he keeps it up.
I agree there.
So we got the Jets tomorrow, early one.
Yeah.
Bills are in another primetime game this week.
What you mean?
The Bills had like a 10-day layover. They played Thursday and they're playing Monday. They almost had like a full bye week in the middle.
Are you happy about that?
Some teams got the short week, like the Eagles.
If it gives us a chance to get 1 or 2 people back on defense, yes, I'm happy about it.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to.
Yes, I hear you on terms of like offense and rhythm because they feel like they've been in a rhythm, but if it gives our defense a chance to get somebody healthy, I'm all for it.
Right.
I think there's 2 Monday night games this week. It's crazy.
There are. You've got the Bills, the Jacksonville at Buffalo, and then you've got the fucking nobody's going to watch Commanders at Bengals. How that got the ABC game versus the ESPN game, I have no idea.
You said Commanders Bengals?
Yeah.
I mean, that might be a sneaky great game, though.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels is kind of nice.
I figured he would, though. I figured he would.
Austin Eckler over there with him.
I mean, the Bengals are 7.5-point favorites.
Over
at being 0-2. Must just be because it's in Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's probably it.
T. Higgins is coming back too. He's been out for 6 games.
Okay, there we go. That was my fault. I was a little preoccupied. I forgot to do the pick'ems on the my notes this week, and I had to make sure I got them hoes. Speaking of pick'em, CT, you won last week. Last week we was all off though, for real.
All happened again.
You won it with 4, CT. I was right behind you with 3, but I got the spread on the Eagles Pats game, and then Mount got 2.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them picked against your Bills last week, by the way, might I add.
Because they're foolish.
But that can't be right because when I did my did we not do all the pick'ems? Because when I did my parlay, I got more than 2 games. So you must only picked a couple games last week.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Well,
I don't
he
yet.
doesn't pick them all.
Yeah, we don't usually do all. That's like 15 games, 16 games.
Yeah, ours is usually.
Yeah, but the only thing is, now that I think about it,
You chopping. You chopping. Oh shit!
It might have shook up.
Start over. What'd you say?
The more games we do, the easier it is for it to not be like, oh, so and so's winning. Like, I think we should add a couple more games than we normally do. That's just me, though.
Yeah, no, I mean
ain't nothing to pick a couple more.
Yeah, I usually do it based off of like.
It used to be the podcast teams.
Yeah,
like
it used to just really.
Yeah.
And then maybe 1 or 2 to make it, enough. But now I just do, of course, our teams and then any key like matchups that I see that are coming up, and then I leave the rest of them off.
I feel like a lot of these games this year are good. You never know what it's going to be.
That's clearly from last week's picks. Shit. 4 was the high, and you got it.
Which ones was right?
For you,
no,
you picked. You picked the Browns over the Jags. Me and Malk had the Jags. We all picked the Jets. You picked the Falcons over the Eagles. Me and Malk picked the Eagles. And you picked the Bucks over the Lions, and me and Malk picked the Lions.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this guy was having a good first couple of games.
But there was 1, 2, 3. 3 picks. 3 out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 we did. We all got wrong. And that was the Ravens over the Raiders. We all picked the Colts over the Packers.
And you all went against the Bills.
No, I picked the Bills.
All right.
Oh, no, I'm lying. It was only 2.
Okay.
2 out of the 5 games we all got wrong. And that was the Ravens and the Colts game. And I ain't even checked back into that. You out of here?
Yeah, I got to bounce. My hit the showers this week is for old time's sake, Tom Brady. Don't you dare, motherfucker. Don't you dare.
He ain't coming back to the Miami. It will be an interesting storyline if he did, but they just picked up Tyler Huntley.
Whatever. I'm just saying, don't you dare.
They come out trying to trade for Bryce Young, too.
I mean, Tyler Huntley ain't no Tom Brady, of course, but... And you picked him up off a practice joint.
Have a good one. Hopefully your boys get another dub next week.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, the Jags game. I really don't see them
They started for a dub.
You right, but I don't know if that's the game you gonna get unless the Bills just ain't got personnel available. We didn't talk about that damn Falcons-Eagles game.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to let me know. I have no idea what happened. Y'all know where I was at getting to the money.
Yeah, that was a
disappointing loss at home.
Yeah, that was a tough loss.
I was disappointed. I was watching it because they could have kicked the first quarter, 4th and 4, down and goal line. Could have kicked. Could have been 3-0. They went for it, didn't get it. So I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a long night for him.
Mm-hmm. And then I think not having AJ Brown is gonna hurt y'all for sure. Because
Saquon had that drop on 4th too, like.
Well, no, not in that game itself. I just mean in the long run.
Long run.
Because again, you ran Saquon 22 times. So over these past 2 weeks, he's got a total of 46 rushes. You can't keep that up. You can't keep that up. And if you do keep that up, you run a high risk of him sitting down for a little bit. You can't rush him 20-something times and get him 5 to 6 receptions on screens and all that too. All that adds up. It's only a matter of time before a hit happens. Yeah, it's not a good look rushing him like that.
DeVonta Smith had a good game.
He did.
Scored. I got him on my fantasy.
He took some hits too, and that's another thing. Without having AJ, it's like they get it to DeVonta as much as possible, and it's like, damn, that's scary as well.
No, not necessarily, Cliff. Again, don't look at us one sample, because you got to remember we got Jahan Dotson.
Right.
Whether we get him acting.
I think he had 2 catches though. They weren't even looking at him.
We do, but that's what I'm saying. Like that, he probably just, I don't know what Jalen Hurts is on, obviously, but like he has weapons, is what I'm getting at.
Right.
And Goddard, I love Goddard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He had a couple, but
I picked him up on my fantasy because I got Evan Ingram and he's hurt. He got a hammy, so I was like, oh yeah, Goddard got the kill. No AJ.
They didn't play him. I thought he had it. No,
he played, but he
had
caught
2 catches.
balls
I thought, yeah.
In the late stages, I think he only got me like 340 in fantasy.
Yeah, you are right about that.
I was like, oh, there go 88 right there. He was throwing it to 81. I'm like, what's 81?
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out too. Y'all's other tight end, he was using him overly.
Yeah, he's nice too. He's nice too.
Yeah, y'all was going to him a lot.
Yeah,
Jalen run the ball a lot. He looked like he is ready to get hurt or something. He be out there just trying. I'll be like, I'll be waiting for him to hit that second gear. He do be getting away from him though, but.
That's some people just run like that, and it look like they moving, but it's like I know moving enough.
I swear. I'm like, where's that second gear? But he's just, oh no, he ready to tush push though.
Yeah, they was tush pushing the shit out of him.
He truly was.
I mean, I'm just saying that's exactly what was taking place.
There is no stopping that, no matter.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. They were tush pushing with Gainwell back there. I said, they just know they got it. They just know they got it. They ain't got Saquon. They just got Gainwell pushing back there.
I'm like, they get a couple extra too, man.
Mm-hmm.
He moving his feet in the foul.
Yeah, it ain't no way you can stop that. I don't care who you are.
There's no stopping that. I'm like, yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely
Saquon should have. I did see that play of that, like, I don't know if it was 3rd and 3.
It was 3rd and 3 because they should have ran the ball right there, and because the Falcons had no timeouts.
Saquon should have right there. Pass, though.
He should have, but you should have run the ball right there.
You waste clock.
You run that 30 seconds down. You know what I'm saying? You kick the Phillies, so when you up, it's harder for them. They ain't got no timeouts.
Even if you don't get no yards on it, you still at least killed the clock.
Even when you kick the ball, that's an extra 3-4 seconds right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the air. You know what I'm saying?
And
you go ahead, kick the ball off. And
Drake London was making some catches.
Drake London was making some
catches, and Bijan Robinson was putting in work. Yep, Mooney too.
I was like, "Where's Kyle Pitts at though?"
Yeah, I only seen him make that one catch in
in the 4th.
Yeah,
locked up.
Yeah,
locked up.
Yeah, that's
exactly. Locked up. Y'all DBs got tortured that last drive.
Who?
Oh, the last drive to set up that field goal.
That was Darius Slay Jr. That nigga is overrated.
No, that was the last touchdown, but it was some plays before that.
Yeah, that last touchdown was ugly. It was just an easy out route. And
even the first down, he threw over the top. Mooney caught it. He stayed in bounds. I was like, oh, that was too easy. Then he threw another one. I think Kyle Pitts was the second one. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, they still got 48 seconds. This is about to be easy. He can spike it. He can do whatever now.
Yeah, it was a coaching fumble, I'll say, in that Eagles game.
One-on-one in the goal line on that, and then you get cooked.
First of all, why are you got him one-on-one?
Why you got him? And it was an easy 5-yard out.
Because Vic Fangio's the defensive
thought he was
coordinator.
going?
That don't make sense. What the hell?
I hate it. Here we go.
Hey.
That's the reason why the nigga got fired from Miami. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
I'm burning the whole phone up,
bro.
Sick of this coordinator, bro.
It's sabotage,
every time
bro.
with you Philly you always something
coordinator. Cliff, what do you always say?
We always take ours like man and losses like we said the players. The players is out there on the field, right? But this comes with.
Nah, it's something to that.
What's the pipeline? Not. What's the pipeline? Team-wise, that NFL likes to go through as of late for their coaches.
It's the Eagles.
That's just the facts. See, that just comes with
the Eagles.
I'm not even saying
it could be Antonio Pierce too in the Raiders. What you mean?
No. You're not listening to what we're saying. What Cliff and I are saying is
every year somebody's pulling somebody from the Eagles staff to be a coach somewhere.
That was always happening in New England. Like what?
No, facts. I'm not saying New England or Philly's a New England in the sense of y'all's culture and history, but in the sense of poaching coaches, like coach talent, nigga, Philly's getting poached all the time. Now, that's one thing. It's funny that Mike said what he said. I let him get a shot to him when I was still at work. But what I should have said to Mike, where's your coach from?
McDermott.
That's cool and all, but he making his own shit happen now.
I'm not saying that, but you have to be taught. You have to have learned traits, tactics.
Well, see, here's the thing.
What you talking about?
Here's the thing, about that conversation is
could have been there for 1 year and you still gonna be like, oh, where'd he come from? Like, no, what the fuck?
And I'm not trying to give like the Eagles no out by any means, but I heard you say they poached a lot from the Patriots as well, and they very much so did. But the Patriots were one of those teams we talked about last week where I said that not even Tom Brady, they did a good job of establishing a culture. They had a culture on top of Tom Brady and Belichick. You ask any ex-Patriot, they said, oh, Belichick was running that shit like a military camp. They had a culture, right? Everybody knew what to expect from the culture. So when you take somebody out of that, it's easier for you to keep that momentum because our culture is still there. We only have one person that we have to get accommodated to the culture now, whereas the Eagles are still establishing theirs. And they're pulling players, or not players, but coaches.
Players too, Cliff.
From the players and coaches. But y'all are doing a good job of messing that up as well from adding so many different pieces in before you can actually establish a culture and go from there. Because once you have the culture going, everybody around the team knows how it works. So when you bring in new people, you only have to get them accommodated to the culture. But when you're sending out coaches and bringing in new players, it's like the culture is constantly changing. We got to figure out what it is before we're going to actually get moving.
No, you're right.
That's the issue that the Eagles are having.
Taking time.
And the time it's gonna take longer.
Losing to the Falcons though.
It's gonna, bro, that's not a bad loss though.
And look at the 49ers, nigga. It's any given Sunday.
Falcons ain't a bad loss. Falcons was about to make the playoffs last year without Kirk.
Yeah, but CT, what is the first thing Cliff said about the pick'ems? Clearly, the average person, I bet, who did their pick'ems too, similar to what we did, right? Us three, right? So what I'm saying is, we could say should have. Yeah, a lot of nigga, the Bengals should have beat y'all. Saying paper is one thing, but on paper is one thing, but what actually happens is different, bro. We can say on paper, but like I said, y'all are supposed to lose to the Bengals. Cliff Raiders supposed to lose to the Ravens. I said y'all were supposed to. Bro, the masses had the Bengals beating the Patriots.
On paper,
what are you talking about?
On paper, the masses, you would say so.
Right. You would never, no one would ever just randomly say, right now, current day, the Patriots are going to beat the Bengals. Come on, nigga. Yeah. No.
Going off what Bengals? Now we're just years.
No, you're not listening. You're not listening. That's Tom Brady.
I'm not even talking about Tom Brady.
No, he's
just talking over the years.
Yeah, he's just talking about
that was the past. I'm talking about coming into this year is totally different. Like,
but
nobody had y'all doing shit. CT. But the reason why I disagree.
But I said we were gonna be the underdog against everybody, and we're gonna win these games. Like,
CT did say that, and that's that's the fact that you got even the win is impressive. I don't care what you say.
Right.
You a Patriots fan, and just like I'm a Raiders fan, and I told you that game's gonna be closer than you think.
Right.
That's me knowing my team enough to know that game's gonna be close. I would have never thought we got the win.
Right.
But I knew that it would have been closer than a lot of people pegged it. And the odds told you that. They had the Ravens as a high favorite.
But I just want everybody come in 0-0. So.
You would think that the Bengals would be a high favorite because they didn't really lose a lot.
Right.
They didn't lose a lot. You got two of the top wide receivers in the league right now. You just can't have them healthy at the same time.
They lost.
Well, no, Cliff. They lost Jamar Chase's partner duo, his right hand man.
T. Higgins.
T. Higgins.
You said the top two wide receivers.
T. Higgins is back.
Right, but I said you got two of the top wide receivers in Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. You just can't. You can't keep them healthy at the same time. That's the issue.
He did re-sign with the Bengals. T. Higgins did re-sign.
Mm-hmm.
1 year
okay, I couldn't remember.
Franchise tag or something.
One of them niggas left like a year ago.
Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
He went to the Titans,
That's who I was getting mixed up with.
And they lost Joe Mixon, so they run.
They did lose Mixon. They got Zach Moss, though, but he ain't nothing crazy.
I mean, I'm not mad at Zach Moss, but it's not Mixon.
It ain't Mixon at all. You see what Mixon
doing? It ain't Mixon or Nixon.
Mixon in Houston, boy.
That's tough. That's a tough squad right now, man.
Boy.
Houston is a tough squad right now.
I've seen Daliil Hunter hit Caleb Woods. Oh, man.
Did you see?
He's not gonna want to play this.
He's
not gonna want to do this too long.
Did you see DJ Moore walk off the field off that?
What did I? Because he was overthrowing him so bad.
This nigga walked off the field, Mount.
That's what I was doing to my quarterback the first year too. I didn't know my coach. It
wasn't even a turnover. It wasn't a turnover. It wasn't fourth down or nothing. He underthrew him on a out like a
one was short enough to hit the ground first. Yeah.
He even dropped down to try to catch it and still missed him. He just pulled his helmet off and walked back to the bench.
Niggas be mad, bro. Niggas be pissed.
He's thinking like, even if I had Justin Fields, I'm getting
that. You're getting that.
Justin, he's looking at the film like, damn, Justin in for the Steelers is killing. Mm-hmm. What the fuck going on? I'm pissed.
I heard he's doing decent.
I just re-signed here too. I'm pissed. I could have left. I'm
definitely
pissed.
doing decent. Definitely doing decent. And you 2-0, stop it. But this is exactly, remember I said it last week. I said this is exactly why I didn't want Russ to get hurt.
They FaceTiming each other like, damn, bro, I'm pissed.
Right.
You know they FaceTime each other like, damn, bro, I'm
and you know Justin's stock is just going like this.
Going up.
That's why that's another dumb decision
not the problem.
On the Raiders' behalf. A $1.5 million quarterback.
You could have just grabbed the fucking at that number one spot. You could have just grabbed somebody else and kept him.
I don't understand why you wouldn't take that over Gardner Minshew. Like you gave Gardner, he's getting $10 million a year type shit. You got a $1.5 million quarterback in Justin Fields, and the only reason he was struggling in Chicago is because he didn't have anybody.
Nobody.
No line, no nothing.
And then they start giving him everybody.
And now he 2-0.
Keenan Allen.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about Caleb? Yeah.
Caleb Williams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That just go to show that these niggas at the top, like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing at the end of the day.
Some of them.
Most of them.
Most of them is MVP talk.
Most of them is just rich bitches playing Monopoly.
That's my take. Justin Fields MVP.
You mean Jerry Jones and the Davis family?
I mean, if you'd like to throw them in there, I'm not going.
Justin Fields MVP.
I'm just saying, and you know what I'm getting at, and I speak that way as a fan, right? So of course you can put the Davises in there. Now it's looking promising, more promising than it was before, I will say. But when you got people that got hella bread and don't really know the game other than just being around it, of course they know they're powerful. You own the team. And when you're powerful, you want to start making decisions. But if you don't know the game, then it's like, essentially, you're just playing Monopoly.
Everybody loves Monopoly.
Yeah, but why do that if you can, you're building a troop, a squad. If you don't know enough to build it, then make sure you listen to the people that do.
Well, how do you know who truly knows how to build it, right?
That's where you get to come in. As the owner of the team, that's where you get to. You don't have to play Monopoly, but what you do is, out of all these motherfuckers, all these GMs that I see, so-and-so doesn't seem to be missing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So-and-so is making good picks. And it's the same with the lower end people. I would be looking at the new GMs coming in. How many good... Let me see if I can't get him real quick before people see that he's really what I thought he was.
Sure.
Right.
That's where you get to play a game. But once you get that person in there, you got to trust that they know what they're doing. And the perfect example of that is my Raiders with that CJ Stroud situation. What's his name? Dan Ziegler or whatever?
Dan Ziegler.
He was like, get CJ. And the coach is like, nah, we ain't getting CJ. That's not what we're doing. We're going to get Jimmy Garoppolo and we're going to get Aiden O'Connell type shit. No, nigga.
Are you sure the GM didn't go along with it? Because they did fire the coach and the GM, which I kind of feel like if the GM was
the
more
GM probably yes man that like, well, if you think that you can get it done with that, handle that. But he said that he wanted him to.
But if you really want it, how do I say this? If I'm your boss and I tell you to, or I ask you or tell you to do something, at the end of the day, I feel like, I'm gonna ask your opinion, but I got the final say. That's how it should go.
Well, that's how it should go, right? But at the same time, it's like when do you ever see a king take advice from a jester?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You don't go down. So my whole thing is, if the GM felt like that was a good deal, why are you all of a sudden listening to your coach?
Yeah.
Right. That's exactly. No, I'm with you now. Yeah, exactly.
Now I understand the coach probably came in there like, I want to make sure I have my team, the team I want to be able to do what I am able to do. I'm sure they gave him that pitch, but you as the GM should have been like, I don't give a fuck. CJ Stroud's available. You're going to have to learn how to coach with him.
Yeah, exactly, Cliff. That's exactly what I'm getting at. Just like LeBron. Okay, we can consolidate with. I mean, we can consult with LeBron on potentials.
Right,
At the end of the day,
but
y'all
we
niggas
won't
should be making.
exactly. You don't make the decisions. We'll listen to you. We'll take it into consideration.
Right.
You're LeBron James, of course. We'll take it into consideration, but don't think that you make the ultimate
decision.
Yeah, that's not what you do. What you do right now is play ball. If you'd like to do what I do, then retire and come on to this side. But until then,
nobody ever did it like the King ever did it though. So
the King,
they did it better.
But it don't matter. The King is the worst. The King is one of the worst.
Won every stop I played.
He's not clutch.
I
don't trust him in the clutch.
He's not clutch. He just look at the. He's not clutch.
The King is one of the worst on-court GMs we've ever seen in the history of the NBA. And the only reason we can say that is because he's one of the only on-court GMs we've ever seen. But as far as him getting rid of players and bringing players in,
like 9 straight times, you sick as hell.
What?
He went to the finals like 8, 9 straight years. How is he a bad GM?
What do you mean? First of all, that Miami situation was Pat Riley.
And he lost in the finals. He lost in the finals a bunch.
It was up to him. He could have went to He could have went to New York.
That Miami situation was Pat Riley. A lot of
people was pitching for him.
That LA situation, we saw all the players that he got rid of. That Cleveland situation.
He won a chip.
And
AD was calling gang shots, nigga, on that team.
That Cleveland situation.
Stop. You better go look at them numbers, boy.
That Cleveland situation, we saw all the players. You got rid of Andrew Wiggins. You mean to tell me that Andrew Wiggins he's a rookie, CT. He's not worth shit. Why not keep him?
Right.
You're a bad GM.
You can get Kevin Love.
You can get Kevin Love without.
No, you can't.
Jordan Poole. Cliff,
no, you can't.
The Lakers.
You didn't have to give up everything you gave up.
Yeah, you did. You had to give up a first-round pick.
They gave up 4 years worth.
And it turned out to get a championship. What are you talking about?
When you could have built a dynasty.
It wasn't going to be no dynasty with Wiggins.
Build it. It doesn't matter.
We didn't need him. I'll play that position.
If I got future first-round picks, I understand wanting to get a great player to go into a situation. But Kevin Love wasn't worth
one of the
everything.
Best bigs in the league. You crazy. You spent 30 and 20 this shit. You crazy as hell.
Not at all.
You crazy.
Wasn't worth everything. He got a 6-year contract. When do you even hear about that? When do you hear about a 6-year contract?
Kevin Love?
Yeah.
For the Cleveland?
Yeah.
It was that bag too at the time too, I bet.
That all I'm saying is it was weird. Yeah. The whole situation was weird. And yes, you did get 1 chip. Just like you got 1 chip in LA and you still fighting for 1. But I'm saying if you kick back and let the actual GMs in situations make the moves, then you could have probably had a couple. We see how much the NBA moves. A big man is available.
Rob looked like he the one that blew the team up.
A big man is available every year.
Yes, they said it. Go look at the podcast, Dwight. Go look at Quinn Cook, DeMarcus Cousins. They on the podcast saying it. They said that Rob Pelinka blew the team up. Yes. The fuck they could have ran it right back.
I can't really speak on that. I don't know enough to speak on that.
I'll send the link, man. I'll send the link, man. Out of their mouth, they said Rob Pelinka. They just say LeBron, nothing about LeBron. So,
well, of course they're not going to say LeBron. You
dare say LeBron? You think anybody's going to openly dare say LeBron's name? Not really. No,
they would have said it if that was the case. Obviously,
I don't know. LeBron got
enough. They not?
LeBron got enough pull that he can get certain GMs fired.
Dwight Howard played against them and beat them, and so why would they not say it? Like, what the fuck?
I think you connected to your phone or your car or something.
No, I'm on my headset.
Oh, there we go now. Yeah, before it sounds far away.
Because CT, here's the thing. You say something ill about LeBron or Tom Brady, nigga, that might be your current career that cost you, your after career, your you know what I'm saying, on air career. Like niggas, like Cliff said, niggas got fooled. What? Okay. Hey,
they would have said it. They said Rob Pelinka.
Isaiah Thomas didn't play in the dream.
And
why don't nobody tell the truth openly about Michael Jordan banning Isaiah Thomas from the '92 Dream Team? They know what happened, nigga, but no one's gonna openly say it. But
shit,
know,
you want to keep it a buck? You want to really keep
Nobody's saying that.
You want to really keep it?
What do you mean?
You want to really keep it a buck? LeBron may be responsible for ruining Isaiah Thomas's career.
Which mean our
generation's Isaiah Thomas. As soon as he came to Cleveland and LeBron was like, it's not easy to work with him. Nobody wanted to pick him up.
Did he say that?
Yeah. Nobody wanted to pick him up. He had to go to China. Came back to the the Drew League, dropped 56, and he was like, I'm still wanting to get in the league. We ain't heard nobody else talk about it.
That's what I'm saying.
And there's a lot of point guards that could use, or teams that could use it.
He helped him. He be picking them up.
LeBron got Lonzo Ball up
out of LA.
Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas was out of there.
He's played with the Lakers, I think last year.
I'm saying when he came over with Jordan, when they had Derrick Rose and Dwayne Wade and all them, he was there for a short stint. And what you heard was LeBron saying he wasn't easy to work with. And they let him go. He went to... Where did he go after that? I can't remember the team. He went to one more team after that, and he was in China.
It wasn't the Celtics.
No, he came from the Celtics to Cleveland.
He did play for Charlotte for a little bit.
Oh, no. He went somewhere else before he came to Cleveland. Because he had that season where he was carrying them through the playoffs. And he got knocked out before the conference finals.
He got injured, though. He said he wasn't healthy.
Right. And his sister died or something.
Even when
like
he came back from Cleveland, he wasn't healthy. He said he had to get another surgery after that, and so he feels good now. But that's why the Lakers gave him a 10-day, and then he played good, and then they signed him for the rest of the season last year.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see no Isaiah Thomas for the Lakers last year.
Yeah, I remember him playing for the Lakers for a little bit, but I don't remember it being last year.
I think it was last year, the year before, yeah. For sure. Signed him for a 10-day, then they signed him for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's up. He ain't there no more, so what's that tell you?
No, somebody pick him up, though.
But I'm saying he's not playing with LeBron anymore.
But to CT's point, though, I guess it's a situation where why would they bring him back?
Yeah, you got
veteran experience. Same reason why they had Melo. Same reason why they had Melo. Remember at the very end of Melo's career.
But LeBron is friends with Melo, though.
6'8", 6'9".
Yeah. But see, we're talking business though. So.
But I'm saying if you knew from Cleveland, if what I'm saying is true, and you said he was hard to work with in Cleveland, then why would you then accept him back in LA?
Because once again, you can have your opinion. We can listen, like you said, we can listen to your feedback. We'll value it. We'll hear you out. But at the end of the day, I call the shots. I determine
that could be the case.
Just like Pat Bev. What they say?
That could be the case. But the only thing that I give pushback on is the fact that Isaiah Thomas isn't worth enough that I do think that they would, listen to LeBron. Like, do you think it would hurt more to bring him on, or?
They didn't have a problem bringing Pat Bev on with Russell Westbrook.
Because y'all still got Gabe Davis, and from what I heard, he's supposed to be healthy this year.
You mean Gabe Vincent? Gabe Davis is the Buffalo Bills.
Gabe Vincent, you know what I'm. Yeah, you knew what I meant.
Gabe Vincent.
I did say Davis, and he's supposed to be healthy this year. So,
but we got Bronny, we got Russell. He's low on the totem pole, unfortunately. Austin Reeves. I like Gabe Vincent. I'm not saying that, but he's low on the totem pole.
I don't remember Isaiah being there. I really don't.
Yeah, he was there. I remember him.
I mean like recent.
Oh yeah, I don't remember it being recent. I thought it was a couple years ago. I didn't think it was last year.
That's very good.
Hey Siri, when is the last time Isaiah Thomas played for the Lakers?
She's going to say 2021.
On December 17th, 2021, Thomas signed a 10-day Los Angeles Lakers to return to the franchise for a second time after the team was granted a hardship exception.
Yeah.
This is from Wikipedia.
So that's from Wikipedia, CT. That's 3 years ago. I knew it was something like that.
That sounds about right. Yeah. That sounds about right.
Cliff called it too. He said 2021. As soon as he said,
I remember when he came there. I just didn't remember him staying hella.
Yeah, recent. Oh yeah, that's it. I mean, well, where were we talking about originally? We was talking about.
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, we was talking about.
Oh, he played with Phoenix last year. That's what it was.
Okay.
How you get the two mixed up?
Phoenix picked him up.
What were we talking about? How did we get?
We was talking about powers.
We were talking about how much that the offices affect the teams that you play for.
Right.
And I think that's even in the sense of the NBA. That's how we got over to that
threshold.
Over to that area.
Yeah.
So the Eagles, I mean, it's unfortunate, and you could say similar things about Carr too.
They need a lot of work. I mean, Philly needs a lot. That's why I said, we said players. But no, I'm serious. Like, they really, CT, especially you, because you be pushing back on it, they really do need good coaching. Like, to your point, CT, they look great on paper, name-wise.
They just said about everything.
No.
Not hearing it.
No. Every team is not.
A lot of first-year coaches in this league. Look at John Harbaugh, 2-0. What are you talking about?
But he ain't no first-year coach.
Exactly, bro. And you're not hearing
with the Chargers. Yes, he is.
It doesn't matter. He's
in the NFL since when?
But he's had experience. It's almost like that argument's almost like the same as like saying Ben Simmons is the rookie of the year. Bitch, no, you're not. You was hurt your rookie year. You had the experience of being there and seeing what went on. He was a head coach in the NFL before he went to college. So just because he came back does not now mean that we can say his first year of coaching. Bitch, you've been a coach.
It don't matter. He been a coach, and he killed it on the Niners. Nigga, he took them to the Super Bowl, bro. He had the Harbaugh, bro. What did you talk about?
That's why I said Doug Peterson was the first head coach I can think of that really came out the gates their first year coaching.
Exactly. Thank you.
And ain't done much since.
He ain't. And that brings
the Chargers, bro. You can't even name their receivers. Like, be for real.
What you mean? Okay, but you can name J.K. Dobbins, and you can name Justin Herbert in that defense.
And he wasn't even expecting to be nothing. So what are you saying?
Justin Herbert? No. Don't say that.
I'm talking about Dobbins.
The Chargers wide receiver.
No, bro.
Question.
Exactly.
I know him too.
Josh Palmer. So what are you saying, man?
Like, who else?
It don't matter.
Yeah.
You don't need to have multiple matter. Because look, we can say the same thing about the Vikings. We can say the same thing about the Vikings.
It's not Jalen Williams.
We can say the same thing about the Panthers, right? As long as you got at least one.
No, they got Deontay Johnson. They got Adam Thielen. They got Miles Sanders over there.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it Jalen?
That's true. Okay, you got me there.
They got, is it Q Johnson over there? I know they got Q Johnson.
But
look, he don't even know 3 wide receivers.
I don't. I really don't. I really can't either. And I was even going deep in the books. Like, I just played them in Madden. Who were there? I can't remember. But to Mike's point, that could be a benefit too. You know what I'm saying? When you have less distraction and just I'm throwing to open people. I'm not aiming for Keenan Allen. I'm not aiming for anybody that thinks they a dog. I'm hitting open people.
Just like your boy Brady back in the day. That's what he was doing, CT. He turned pups into dogs. He was hitting open people. You know what I'm saying? Open people.
He was the general of that, though.
Yeah, but see, that's leads back to my point. What I'm saying about the Eagles is you have a leader and you have a young leader.
That's why y'all got too many pieces. That's why I was like, why do y'all need all them pieces? Let the other dudes rock out. Y'all don't need to get.
I mean, you can't pass up on AJ
Y'all don't
Brown.
need Dodson. I'm just saying,
Right.
Dotson and them, like,
I don't know, but in hindsight, AJ Brown goes down. It's good to have a Jahan Dotson.
Exactly. Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson.
But they don't even throw the ball like that as it is. Like,
well, we're still trying to figure out the play. That's what I'm saying.
But what I will say is
the favorites get their part. But other than that,
Jahan Dotson fits the mold, right? Because we know
stay quiet.
Jalen is like a Lamar. He don't do short shit. He's midfield to deep ball. So you want wide receivers that are fast enough to get to that point.
Favorite.
And a Devontae and a Jahan are pretty good candidates.
But Jahan ain't gonna get none of those touches.
Now that's what's gonna be interesting to see because he definitely didn't last week.
He's shitty left. He could have stayed and watched it.
And lost.
They still got Curtis.
No, they 1-1,
don't they?
Curtis, no, he played for Buffalo.
He in Buffalo.
No, they got Curtis.
He played for Buffalo.
I thought that they had some wide receivers. Oh, they had Terry. Yeah. No. CT's right. They got Terry McLaurin.
Okay, yeah, you are right. You are right. But I thought,
and McCaffrey.
He did leave.
Curtis Samuels is in Buffalo?
Yeah, and they got Luke McCaffrey. That is right, CT. They got Luke McCaffrey.
Yeah.
My commander.
I don't.
But I mean, basically, CT. All I'm saying is Jalen Hurts needs his Phil Jackson. That's I'm serious. That's really what he needs.
What?
He needs his. Yeah, he needs it. I'm serious, bro.
Well, he said his Andy Reid, his Belichick, really, if you gave him a nigga like McDaniels, that would be a good, you know what I'm saying?
Or a Kyle Shanahan, you know what I'm saying? He needs. Here's the thing, and there's no dismissary on it. You can't have two. You can, but it's hard, right? You can't have two newer guys, newer coach, newer quarterback. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, right? Somebody's going to be the vet in the situation, whether it be like an Aaron Rodgers and a Robert Saleh. Or
I don't think we can put it on Sirianni though.
What was it said? The Super Bowl.
Well, he's the one that's going to be in the hot seat, Cliff. If he don't have a good season.
Of course, he's going to be the one that's going to be in the hot seat. But I don't.
It's not going to be Jalen Hurts.
Put it on. I don't think that you could just put it on him.
It's not going to be Hurts. The main problem.
Right. It's not. That's what I'm saying. They're going to say who's going to
problem. He's not a problem. It's just a situation where I would honestly, if I was looking for a patsy, somebody I got to pin it on. I would go across the board more than I would put it on one person, meaning the quarterback coach, his head would be on the chopping block because you haven't worked. He's been in the league.
No matter who you bring in, it's going to be the same thing.
But no, it's easier to replace a quarterback coach
blaming the coaches
and him not affect the tempo of the game than to replace an entire coach that wants to change a playbook. Why hasn't the quarterback coach? Why hasn't the quarterback coach improved his short and mid-range passing?
Right.
Why hasn't the quarterback coach helped him go through his progressions faster? Right. There were times that game where he never turned his head across to the other side of the field.
He almost looks nervous, nervous.
So who do you blame that on?
And it's the coach's fault. Okay.
The quarterback.
Yeah,
coach
you have
for
to grow.
Sure.
See, it's just like your kid. Your kid grows up. You know, if you know you didn't do enough, you can't be like, well, my kid's a fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Did you do enough? Did you really work with your child? Now, if you did everything you could and they still, fuck up, that's on that person or that player in this case. But until you can say you exhausted all options to help them get better, yeah, bro, like Cliff said, that you play a part in that too, because you have to groom your CT talk all the time. These young quarterbacks, perfect example, y'all, Bryce Young. I know y'all heard about the bullshit niggas is saying about him after he got benched. Niggas is real life mad about that situation because you throw these young guys into the fire, and if you don't groom them enough and take care of them right, then look what happens.
And he's another one that you threw in there with not much to work with.
Not much to work with, bro.
Yeah, he has not. Man, what are you expecting this kid to do? Pull a rabbit out his ass?
Exactly. And then you don't have a good leader on the team to lead this young man. You know what I mean? As a coach or anything, that's what I'm saying.
Quarterback has worked in Carolina.
No.
Cam Newton and Ron Rivera went to the playoffs, bro.
They went to the Super Bowl.
I said besides Cam.
And Cam, I think Cam blew that.
That was 2015.
You could go. What was it, Cliff, that played for the Broncos? Was it my boy Plummer? Was it John or Jake? I think his name was Jake. What was his name? Jake something. Was it Plummer or something? Yeah, CT. He played with Steve Smith, and they went to the playoffs and shit too. Once again, you gotta have a good fit on any team. It's not just the Eagles in this case. It's any team. Any team. It's gotta mesh right. It's gotta be right, CT. Why do you think Tom Brady left y'all after 20 years?
Ooh.
It wasn't right no more.
Ooh.
It wasn't right no more.
You may be able to say
he was there for 20 years. What the fuck?
Wait a minute.
It wasn't. Go ahead.
Can we say maybe Justin Fields is a good example now being with Mike Tomlin?
Thank you, Cliff.
What?
Could we say maybe Justin Fields could be an example now that he's with Mike Tomlinson?
What is the example? He's great. What's the example?
But he didn't have that in Chicago.
Now that
you have that coach that is gonna back you up and help you out and let you know,
and you got a lot of leaders.
You start out 2-0, and people are confused as to how you're doing it.
Look what Baker's done every time.
I'm not surprised.
Okay, but look what Baker's done. Look what Baker's done every time he's played for Sean McVay, or in this case, what is it, Todd Bowles for the Bucs. Like, you could tell Cleveland, which I know a lot of people struggle in Cleveland. I get that, but I'm just saying, like, you put him under the right fit, right?
I feel like you put Brady in Cleveland. You put Brady in Cleveland, and Brady is what's his name?
The statue's going up. LeBron, his statue's going up.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm saying in general, if Brady gets drafted to Cleveland instead of the Pats, he's a Fitz-fucking-Patrick.
Not the same, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not the same.
What do you mean it's not the same? I'm saying it. And the only reason why I'm saying it, I'm not trying to take away from Brady's greatness. I'm just saying that, like we said last week, I'm putting my organization in it as well.
I was agreeing with you, though.
All into shit organizations. Right.
You see what I'm saying? I was agreeing with you saying.
Oh, I didn't hear you say it might have been low on my end. But yeah, certain situations get quarterbacks fucked up to where the league looks at them as this way. But if you put them in that situation, it might be it might be where the Pittsburgh chooses to keep Fields.
That's
and now he's the new starting quarterback.
That's what the talk is.
You hear what I'm saying?
But you got somebody that believes in you like Mike Tomlin.
But my whole thing is just a minute ago when they first picked him up, they was trying to get him to return punts and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was fake news, probably.
No, they were serious.
But I know that there was talks of moving him. You know where they move every black quarterback to?
The jail cell.
Yeah, not with Mike Tomlin.
You a wide receiver now,
let him rock out, man.
But that's what I'm saying. But before, you don't get picked up being Justin Fields for $1.5 million if they don't plan on letting you go.
Right.
You're on your way out, bruh. As soon as he signed that contract and I saw 1.5 mil. Because let's keep it a buck. He really got $750,000.
Because after taxes.
Right.
Yeah.
And he ain't getting it.
So if you are supposed to be an elite starting quarterback, name me one that get paid that low.
And I know what side
of Pittsburgh he's gonna get paid though. He's gonna get that reconstruction.
Yeah, but Steelers aren't known to give their quarterbacks like a shit ton of money. No, they're not, bro.
And I don't think that they would give on him even if he
they never. Let me tell you. Let me prove to you how they don't give them big money. Big Ben, if y'all remember his last season, the only reason why he got that final season was because they said we're not going to pay you what we're paying you now. Like, we think you should retire. He said, if I take a pay cut, he pleaded. He told them he would take a pay cut. And that's the only reason why the Steelers kept him that final season and let Big Ben play. My whole point is they didn't want to pay him. They're not known to pay the. Think about the quarterbacks they had: Big Ben, Tommy Maddox, Cordell Stewart. They don't pay their guys like that at quarterback. I don't know why, but they just
really
don't.
had. Big Ben for the long stint. So
I mean, no, facts. I'm just saying. No, I mean, did he accumulate money over time? Well, of course. But if you to our conversation, think about it, y'all. He never fell in that Brady. Like he never fell in that upper echelon contract talk. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers.
Brady wasn't getting that. Brady wasn't getting paid at all.
I feel like Brady's been getting the bag for a while now. At least
no.
15, the past 15 years at least. Brady been getting the bag.
He got enough.
No, he hasn't.
And you got to think, CT, all the bonus. Okay, all right.
Cliff, you said Brady's been getting that bag.
Yeah,
I mean, he been getting enough for sure.
Right,
he just been bypassed.
He should have been the highest paid player in the league. He never was.
I didn't say that. Wait, when did I once say that?
He wasn't even top. Like a lot of quarterbacks.
No, he should have been the highest.
Way more than him.
Right, but he was getting that bag, CT, because you got to remember, in their contract clauses, they have performance clauses, playoff clause, and he was hitting a lot of those metrics, so to speak. So he was getting extra cash on top of what we knew that he was making, if that makes sense.
That's the price of greatness anyway, because chances are if you took all that bread that you would have been worth,
we wouldn't have
been shit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And a lot of niggas take that bread.
Yeah,
and a lot of niggas don't end up being shit. That's what it is. It's not always about how great you are on the field. Let's keep it a buck. You hear what everybody say. He's not the most athletic. He's not, you know what I'm saying? They start running down a list. But what he was he was great on the field, and he was great at making business decisions to ensure he would have a good place come postseason.
And you gotta think, CT. You say Pat
ain't playing this era. They throwing that bag.
Hey, that's what I was going to say. CT, I think when Brady was coming out there,
but see,
the budget was different.
I'm cutting everything off. The difference is, even if you put Brady in this era now, you would hear Brady say, take about 50, 75 mil off that and get me something.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. That's where the greatness comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
No, he could be like Patty and still have some bread. I ain't hearing that.
But Patty fell into a situation where the Patriots developed into one
situation now.
You can't guarantee you fall into
just
a situation.
like he did with the Bucs, and they paid him.
Well, no, he didn't. That was orchestrated.
Right.
He knew exactly what he was doing when he chose to go to the Bucs.
Even though a Super Bowl was promised, though.
But as far as the draft goes, he also could have been Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that was ever going to happen.
No, because he wasn't high up the ranks in college. But I'm saying if he was as great as everybody say, he would have been on the shittiest squad.
Right.
And would have ended up being a Fitzpatrick.
And let's be honest.
That's like LeBron James.
No.
Great wherever.
That's different. Nope, that's different. That's different.
No,
it's not about how good you are. It's about the perception. That's what I'm saying about Justin Fields.
Look, CT. LeBron came into the league the number one rated player in the. He came in on the map. Like, switch it. Tom Brady didn't come in on the map out of Michigan.
Oh, you want me to use Michael Jordan in? My bad.
What you mean? He didn't come in. He
wasn't supposed to be nothing.
But you knew he was nice at UNC, though. What you mean? We knew he was nice in college. There was never no question.
And Tom Brady was nice. He went to Michigan.
No, CT Cliff, you're older than us. He was not nice at Michigan. CT.
He wasn't bad. What are you talking about?
He wasn't awful, but he definitely wasn't like a guy that you was like, oh, he's gonna be
right. He wasn't
10 in the draft. Nah.
Right.
You said it about a lot of quarterbacks. The fuck?
No.
But I'm saying the best. Usually you can first round.
And those the one that bust.
Brady's a what, 4th round pick?
6th round. Last pick.
6?
Mystery relevant.
Yeah. It was 6.
A Brock Purdy, Cliff. Remember that was all the comparisons. A Brock Purdy type pick. Once again, CT, that's another one. You think at Iowa State anybody thought Brock Purdy was going to be as decent as he is now? No, they did not. Wasn't nobody thinking that, bro. But look at him now.
What happens when you keep him tucked?
Oh.
And all the ones y'all think is supposed to be some big shots, they don't.
But see, that's the thing, though. That's what people be saying. Like, yeah, you are currently with that squad, but put a motherfucker on the Panthers and put Bryce Young in San Francisco and see what be saying about.
And it's
Bryce
about
Young.
what situation. It's about what situation you land in.
That's what we've been saying, though.
Right.
That's what we've been saying. Right. That was the whole point of this conversation. Is a setup.
But I still feel like,
but the more important
he would have been him, no matter where the
more important point of the conversation was, it's not about your skill set. It's about the perception that the NFL has about you.
Right.
We know, as hardcore sports, NFL, football, whatever, sports fans, that Justin Fields was only struggling because of the position he was in. But the NFL chose to twist that and use it like he wasn't capable of playing the quarterback position. No.
We saw flashes. The reason with that Chicago.
Right, it's not the same. It's not at all the same. And that's again why I say most of it comes down to a lot of rich motherfuckers playing Monopoly. You don't know what you're looking at.
Right.
You've never been on a field. And the closest you probably were the stat keeper up in the skybox when the game was going on.
Oh, that a C2.
Yeah.
And that's why you got all these teams making bad decisions. And it's a fraternity, so you'll never see them select somebody that's outside of their realm of thinking that will really shake some shit up. Because why would we include him? He's not like us.
The only one I see really doing that is CT team. I ain't gonna lie. Like, and y'all too, Cliff. Like, y'all step outside the box, right? With Pierce and Gerard Mayo. Like, that ain't Charles. I mean, Cliff, y'all had Art Shell. Don't get me wrong. CT, y'all had Jacoby Brissett play for y'all before. But I'm just saying, like y'all's two teams, I will say, are like breaking the mold. Like, they're breaking tradition.
Recently.
Yeah. Recent. Right. But yeah, a lot of people don't do that. They fear the unknown and they stick to what they think makes sense, you know?
But I mean, I don't know what CT's excuse is, but I can tell you my team is like, how many times you gotta bump your head on the wall before you choose to go in another direction.
Right.
And that's what I think. That's why I won't call it like no renewed faith or anything like that, but I'm like, it's looking good.
I feel like forward. A rejuvenated thing.
Yeah, I don't see it being anything amazing anytime soon, but we're in the right direction now.
We see hope.
At least we're not aiming at the wall anymore.
No, y'all look pretty good though, man.
And y'all got the Panthers this week, I've seen.
Which should be a dub. Should be.
That's the wrong game of the first night. Oh yeah, Andy Dalton's gonna be starting.
Oh yeah, Bryce did go down.
No, he ain't go down. They benched him like that.
Did they bench him?
I don't think it was. That was the whole
Y'all said that too, and I just chose to ignore it. I just assumed he got hurt.
You didn't hear what Stephen A. Smith said about him, Cliff? You heard? I know you heard that shit.
Nah, what did he say? You know,
man, they mad at Stephen A. Smith. They trying to say Stephen A. Smith trying to say that this man is going to go down as the biggest bust of all time in the NFL.
He did, because he was like he said he's only led in his career for 10 seconds or something.
No, you don't listen to none of
he's
that
ignorant.
shit.
That's derailing. That's very derailing.
No, what it is it's corporate America. It's conglomerates grasping at straws because they're losing to, not ours by no means, but podcasters like Shannon Sharp and Cameron and Mace, and they're getting more views, so you got to do something salacious to bring the eyes to you again. He don't believe that shit. Why would you believe that shit? The biggest bust?
Ryan Lee.
I really think dude feel like that.
You think? I don't think at all. I think
like,
he just be saying
I don't think
shit.
he is. I just think he feels like that.
That nigga
Bryce
just be
Young or
saying
Stephen
shit.
A?
Stephen A.
I don't think Bryce Young is, but I think Stephen A. is really. I think that's how he really feels.
Yeah, he probably do. I mean, he's been under a lot of heat himself, so of course,
I don't think so.
He's trying to.
He say the dumbest stuff.
Stephen A. been known to say some outrageous shit.
I ain't been rocking him lately. He probably never put on a pair of short
pants. Ever since he said that thing about Jaylen Brown, shit, my sources said he ain't trying to say what his sources was. I do.
He always say that, my sources.
No, you already know how it go because.
And I'm not going to give up on my sources.
Right, he always.
I don't want to hear you say this thing. It don't mean nothing. Then you saying it.
Listen, you already know how Stephen A. goes because when he interviews fighters and he says the shit in the absolutes like he knows he's correct and the fighter is like, nah, that's not. He says, oh, okay. So how does it? You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to listen now. You know, he knows he's not the big man in the room with all the information and the earpiece. So now he's trying to listen to see. But when you just talking about stats and what his opinion, of course he's going to feel strongly about something. I don't know that he believes it so much as that just may be what they want him to talk about. That ESPN shit it's dying. Nobody wants to hear them motherfuckers. That's why everybody's listening to Jeff Teague and Mason Cam and, you know, the Raw Room and all these other places that are doing the same shit y'all doing, but just in a more, you know, palatable way that we like to hear. You know, give me sugar to make the medicine go down.
Whoa.
You know, that old, what was that, Mary Poppins?
No, Cliff, I don't. No, Cliff, I don't. I don't, Cliff. I don't know.
I know, and a lot of y'all niggas is showing that y'all wasn't raised by a Poppins.
I know about Mary Jane. I don't know about Mary Poppins.
Yep, I know.
Oh, snap.
But that's what I'm saying, though. You ain't giving me nothing to, like, you're doing it the old-fashioned way. We're out of old-fashioned era. We're out of that.
True.
Motherfuckers ain't trying to see the old nigga just talking all the shit, and you ain't even showing that you've ever done shit either.
All right. Y'all seen his college basketball stats they showed that one time?
They play because he averaged like 1 point something. It was like something like that. Yeah, I know it wasn't no, man.
Sick. I would have been sick. That's why I couldn't be famous. I'd be like, how are you trying to bash me? And you ain't.
Listen, he turned that motherfucking sports shit to some millions.
I mean, you can look up my stats. I mean, I also, like I said, I always say, I mean, to censor it a bit, I hopped off the porch early. All I had was, all you gonna find for me is freshman stats. And I had a little 4.6 average, so don't, you know what I'm saying? I had a little 4.6 yard average, so I wasn't doing awful. It was a lot of niggas doing better than me. Hell
was
yeah.
Was that in the Paralympics league?
Shit. If it was, I'd be bragging about that too. Like, shit, I was running all them motherfuckers.
It's funny. Okay, it's not funny for the listeners out there. It's interesting that you said that because I've seen that there's a new documentary. I actually got to watch it. A new 30 for 30, if you will, where that happened at some point. I don't know what year, but like some dude apparently who allegedly there's nothing wrong with him. He pretended to be, you know, special needs and won gold and something. And then I guess the fraud case came out.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I know exactly what you're talking about. That wasn't. Yeah. That was fairly recent. I think
that's what I thought.
This was like 7 to 10 years ago, I believe.
Yeah, it was something like that. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it. It was right around that time, you know, it's ironic, but it was right around that time Johnny Knoxville came out with that movie, The Ringer. Where he played like he had something wrong with him in the Special Olympics to try to get money.
Oh, I remember that movie. Why did I feel like that? That story sounded like
that story came out right after that movie came out. That's why I said it was probably like 7 to 10. Might have been a little bit more than that. years ago.
I wonder if anybody protested with that movie, because that is kind of.
It's a movie.
I'm
I'm sick of the soft ass nature. Like it's a movie. It's a movie. Right. It's art. It's, you know what I'm saying?
It's an art.
It is. That's what it is. Like, stop looking into shit and being offended. Like, let a motherfucker entertain, and if it's not for you, don't watch the shit.
I still gotta watch that one anime.
I'm sick of this soft ass shit everybody be on. Like, just leave people to do what they want to do. If it's not for you, it's not for you.
Mm-hmm. They say it's still freedom of speech, but we know that ain't the case. We know that ain't the case.
That shit crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Other than football, I guess. Congratulations to Caleb Plant.
Oh, wow, what happened?
He had to fight this weekend. Canelo had to fight. I'm not going to give him congratulations, though, because you're fighting under your skill level. And I don't. Fight David Benavidez. Go out with a bang like everybody been wanting you to do. Till you take that fight or something just as tough, I don't really...
Don't give no respect.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't... There's no congratulations for... doing what you was expected to do. You're supposed to do that. If anything, hit the showers for not knocking him out. That's really how I feel. He wasn't on your level. Like, how did you let him last for 12 rounds with you?
Right.
Like, yeah. No congratulations to Canelo Alvarez. And you know, I said it in the past. He's one of my favorite fighters. Yeah, not last Saturday.
Did you watch the fight?
Yeah.
That motherfucker was on out here everywhere. Everybody watching it.
Yeah, I watched it. Also, the Caleb Plant fight. That's why I'm saying congratulations. I'll say congratulations to him. Even though I did not expect him to get out of that fight. I thought it was a wrap for Caleb Plant.
Who he fight? My boy
Trevor McCumbee. Trevor McCumbee. He was like I think he was coming out of amateurs. He was ranked like the number 1 fighter, the number 2 fighter in the world. And some life shit happened to him and he quit boxing and came back. And this nigga put on a show, boy. He put on a show. He put Caleb Plant down at the very least twice. He got one knockdown. The second knockdown they waved off, and they waved it off on some let's not let the favorite look bad type shit. No, you got knocked down, my nigga. You got knocked down. But they do that. They do that to everybody. They did it for Floyd. They did it for Terrence Crawford. They do that shit.
Mm-hmm. I seen Crawford called out with the Canelo.
He been called out Canelo. And at this point, if I'm being honest, he can beat Canelo. I didn't think he could before, no. But now, I'm thinking Terrence could beat Canelo.
Yeah, right with Canelo ever since we went to that one fight.
Yeah, Canelo, like I said, ever since Canelo fought Mayweather, and in his
was that the fight? Mm-hmm.
No. We saw Maidana and Mayweather.
Oh, right.
Okay. Yeah, we saw Maidana and Mayweather. But ever since
y'all went to that?
No. We went to Mexican. Nah, we was at a bar. We was at a Mexican. I can't remember where we was.
It was lit, bro.
Only niggas in there. Of course, we only ones rooting for Mayweather. You know, everybody in that bitch looking at us crazy. I didn't know if he was gonna make it out of there. Oh no, you won't get jumped. Yeah, spots like that.
They get to speaking of Spanish and
you hear me? You ain't gonna get jumped.
Who's the negro? Oh,
and if you do get jumped, you better hope it's with hands.
Right.
Like off next Friday, y'all gonna be in there like
with looking like a sprinkler.
Whoa!
Lily said, "I just came over to borrow some sugar."
You hear me?
you talking about
He said next Friday. That was the Friday after next. Or was that?
No, that was next Friday.
It
was next Friday.
You are right.
Yeah, baby Joker.
Him and Roach. He said, Roach, why you come over here?
Why you bothering these good people?
He said, hey, you went on my skateboard. He smacked him up.
They used to call my dad Baby Joker.
Baby Joker and his brother.
That is funny.
Have y'all know like that.
That's funny as hell.
I can see that.
I can see Malk starting to fake cry.
Whoa, whoa, CT. No.
You gotta get up out of there, man.
I'm Craig. I'm sneaking in with a plan, busting down.
He said I'm sneaking in. You can try to back upstairs with the sister.
Yeah, that's Mal. That's Mal.
That's funny. Malk went in the room and took the money out the jar and put it in his pocket.
Malk ain't did shit. Malk was still at the motherfucking record store pleading to Pinky to let him have his job back.
Nah, CT, do you remember when I came home that one time?
Pinky.
CT, were you there?
He said it's your cousin. He
said you 5'2".
Yeah, you 5'2", Nick. He said, yeah, that's my cousin. He said, okay, good.
And he said, when you going home, Craig?
Yeah, when you going home?
He said, look at my roof. Look at my roof.
When he popped his butt down on his roof, bro, that was sick, bro.
Hey, that was sick.
I'd have been salty too. Like, you talk to a big ass down on my roof.
I'm the one with the problem. Yeah.
Right. I'm the one that gotta live here. Yeah, he said, I'm the one that gotta live here. That is me. Hey, that would be me to Cliff. I'd be like, I'm the one that gotta live here, Cliff. I'm the one.
Don't call me.
Right.
Don't call me. You know, I fucked my own shit up. How can I not fuck your shit up if you called? You wanted shit fucked up.
Man.
Yeah, that's a classic.
I'm Demolition Team.
Hey, I heard a story the other day, hot take. I don't know how true it is, obviously, we'll see. They said potentially Matt Stafford to the Raiders eventually. Yeah, I seen that on like somewhere. I don't know where it was.
That's dumb.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's dumb. I would keep Minshew. First of all, Stafford's old as shit. The nigga's about to be 37.
But he's a dog. Cliff, you see the Falcons got Kirk. He's not a dog. Cliff, even you admitted the other day, I don't know if it was online or offline, you was like, yeah,
he got dog in him. I didn't mean like he's a dog on the field so much as I meant that nigga he plays through right. Like but yeah, no, that would make sense for the Raiders to get him.
The nigga threw it to Cooper Kupp 24 times, I think, week 1.
But you see how he got Calvin Johnson out there, Cooper Kupp, like he makes.
Oh, back then, yeah.
What you mean back then? This was in the past year or two. Cooper Kupp was last year.
No, that was the year before.
That was just last year.
That was the year before.
Because Puka.
He was a rookie last year.
Yeah, Puka's on year number 2, Cliff. This is year number 2 for Puka Nacua.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And Tutu Atwell, he's been. You know what I'm saying? Man, stop playing with that man. Stafford. That's what his name.
He do better with Robinson. DeMarcus Robinson is like
you mean Allen, is it DeMarcus or Allen?
Stafford ain't been Stafford since the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
But like you said, like Carr, he'll get his numbers, right? Like his performance really hasn't dropped off. Now you
they're gonna struggle this year. They ain't got no Aaron Donald. They ain't got nobody right now.
Yeah, no, not really, but I mean that's part of the rebuild. You know what I mean?
That's not what he need right now.
We're gonna do these pick'ems. We had 2 hours. We got the Pats Jets.
Ooh, we should win that by. We should win that by 10.
You saying Pats 10?
Yeah, we should beat them by 10.
Aaron Rodgers gonna carry all of
them. I'm going Jets 13. Giants Browns.
Browns by 14.
I'm going Browns 16.
I'm gonna go Browns by.
That was already written, by the way, as well.
So the Giants just got a kicker though this week.
Browns by 14.
Went out last week. So they could have won last week. But... Yeah,
Browns 14.
All right. Yeah. We got Eagles Saints.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And the game's in New Orleans, man. Like,
I'm going Saints 17.
Hell no, but I kind of am leaning more Saints.
I'm going Saints 7. I'm not going Saints
17. I'm gonna say against my team. I'll take an L for my
team. I'm gonna say Philly by 3. But I can see the Saints.
Got to.
But I could see the Saints pulling it off. I hate to admit, you know what I mean? Like realistically.
Right. This was interesting. Texans Vikings. The battle of the undefeateds.
Oh no! That's gonna be Texans all day. They got too much firepower. No. Vikings little lucky streaks in the come to.
That's an interesting matchup, in my opinion.
The way the Texans looked last game, I don't even know.
Nah.
Yeah, but it's game to game. It's game, but listen, it's game to game, week to week matchup. You can't say.
I'm going Texans 6.
Vikings is nice.
I'm going Texans 6.
They really ain't played. I mean, they played the Niners.
Fuck you mean they ain't played nobody?
I'm not really impressed with the Niners like that, bro. I kind of feel like the Niners are like my Eagles. Like, yeah, y'all look good on paper, but y'all ain't really about that.
No, they not. Bro. They different.
I don't know, man.
The Saints got Chase Young. They lost Chase Young.
I mean, I'm not going to say they're not different, but I don't know, man. I think it's a new year.
Debo's out. Debo's out for
Vikings.
4 games.
I'm going Vikings by 7.
Vikings 7.
I like the way they got Aaron Jones going. Hopefully they can get Jordan Allison back this week.
Fuck Jordan Allison.
Who you got, Mount?
I thought I picked them. It's Vikings and who? You said Vikings.
Texans.
Houston.
Oh yeah, I got Texans. I got Texans. We'll say about 10.
Texans 10.
Yeah, we'll say 10.
All right. We got the Dolphins Seahawks.
Seahawks by 10.
Seahawks by
Yeah, no Tua.
But they got, what's your name? You said
Tyler Huntley.
No, Skylar Thompson.
No, they just picked up Tyler Huntley.
You think they throw him in this soon? We're having to learn the playbook and all the plays now?
I do. I do like Skylar. I really do. Like, I think that people give him a hard time.
I like Tyler Huntley. Yeah. The one that played for Baltimore?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. That's who they just picked up. But Skylar is he's still too young. Like, but he had the 2-game run last season where he was doing his thing. But I do think it'd be better off to go with Huntley than it would be Skylar. But against the Seahawks.
All right. Seahawks been on the road. I mean, ain't they 2-0? Or are they 1-1?
Yeah,
they 2-0.
Yeah.
They got DK.
Okay, I'm going Seahawks 6.
Tyler Lockett.
They without Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker, he got hurt?
Yeah, they backup is nice.
Who'd you say? I know you said Seahawks. Mark, what was the spread? Or not the spread, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, not the spread. I think I said Seahawks got like 6. I'll just say 6.
They should smack them.
They should. That's what I'm telling you, CT. All the shoulds, like last week. All the shoulds, man.
No shit.
Upsets. What you mean? No one had to. No one said no one. A lot of people didn't have the Saints losing to the the Cowboys losing to the Saints. I mean, it didn't surprise me because it's I'm biased though with the Cowboys. Y'all know that, but it didn't surprise me. But at the same time, I thought the Cowboys were going to beat the Saints. If I'm being real. So same with the Niners and the Vikings. That's why I say any given Sunday.
I don't know.
I've never really been sold on the Cowboys.
Yeah, they gave up back-to-back 40-point games these last 3 games they played. So.
We got.
I think they said home games at home.
We got Panthers Raiders.
Easy.
Oh yeah, Raiders. I got y'all by 14 at least.
20 ball.
Yeah, Mike, I can see that too.
I had 13.
It should be an easy. Y'all kickers and kick 50 pluses and shit. Yeah, y'all good.
And then last game, we got Jags Bills.
No, I got Bills by 10.
I think the Jags is hungry for a win, man. I think they come out.
They are, but I don't know if they get it.
I think I'm gonna go Jags 7.
I got Justin Simmons.
I'm not gonna let you pick
Trevor got to come.
I'm going Bills 7.
He gotta come out and play. Cause I know he getting a lot of criticism right now, so I know he gonna come with best game of the season for him right here.
Best game of whose season? Trevor's?
Yeah, he gonna have it.
Best game of the season.
I told you what, I think it was like 3-4 episodes ago, I said that they put stats side by side, and Gardner Minshew washes Trevor Lawrence.
Up there with him, you did say that.
Yeah, not even up there. He's beating him on almost every category. But for some, and that's again, it goes back to what we talked about earlier. It's all about the perception of what they think you'll do. It ain't about how good you are. If the perception is bad and they think you're not a quarterback, you won't play quarterback for another team in the league.
Right.
Well, they just play the Browns?
The Jags? Yeah, they just lost to the Browns. 18-13 Browns.
That was a tough one. The Browns are supposed to be trash.
Shit, the Browns defense.
What? They're supposed to be trash.
Defense.
No, the fuck they not.
Deshaun Watson ain't been the same Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson looked good in that game. He ain't throw no touchdowns.
About to say, long as you don't turn the ball over, you ain't really got to do too much.
He ain't throw no touchdowns, like we said, but he did look good.
They got Deontay Freeman. They got Ford. They got Jared Judy.
Jerome Ford rushed for 7 carries, 64 yards. He had a 9.1 average.
Jared Judy don't be doing nothing like that, CT.
Jerry Judy was their top receiver.
What you mean? Stop talking.
But he didn't do much. He had 5 receptions, 73 yards.
I mean, good for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good for him. Yeah. They got more out there.
It looked like, well, I will say, Amari only got 2 catches. Judy was by far the number 1 thrown to wide receiver in that game.
What about Njoku?
I think Njoku's hurt. Had like 4 catches. Yeah.
Njoku's hurt.
He stays. He's very injury prone.
I mean, but when you that good and they use you like that, that's why I said I'm concerned for Saquon, the way they've been rushing him and
Christian McCaffrey ain't played. Christian McCaffrey ain't even laced up this year because they used him the previous.
But that backup Wilson,
Jordan Mason.
Is it Mason? It's something.
Jordan Mason.
2-4, Jordan Mason.
He's something, man. He's something. That nigga's something.
Yeah, that's a good backup to have.
Who we got hitting them?
Mine is going to Shannon Sharp for the sex tape. That broke the. Hey, that was funny.
Hey, that was funny.
Maybe that was.
That's my Michelle.
I don't trust niggas like that, man. See, and I'm not saying niggas like that. I'm just saying in general, like you're a face in the public. Everything you do is calculated, my nigga. Let's not lie.
I just don't know how you go live on your phone.
Man, I believe
you hear what I'm saying?
But I don't know.
Yeah, no, everything you do is calculated. Let's not lie.
That's not Michelle.
And then your phone ain't even in the room with you?
That nigga sound like Mr. Ed.
You know what I'm saying? That phone wasn't in the room with him. That phone was in the room outside of the door.
He risked a lot. So I don't know what he got out of that for sure.
Yeah.
Some extra subscribers.
If you thought it was on purpose. You lose a lot. What you mean?
Hell yeah!
No, I'm saying like
why? Because the Shade Room or whatever. It's not the Shade. It's the
Shay Club.
Club Shay.
He's been on there for doing dumb. Like, I mean,
But what I'm saying is, you make more money off of Club Shay Shay than anything you do with any other.
All that. Yep.
Oh yeah, Club Shay Shay Nightcap. Yeah.
So why do I give a fuck if you choose to fire me from?
That's why he don't really care.
Right. ESPN, which is why I say everything you do is calculated.
But it's crazy that ESPN didn't fire him.
Well, because he's very liked by ESPN, and we know
he didn't do much wrong.
But it don't matter. That's a Disney company.
Like, he didn't do nothing wrong, though.
He didn't do nothing wrong. It was an honest mistake. I mean, allegedly, it was allegedly an honest mistake.
I mean, but let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck, though.
Everybody knows.
In the era that we live in, hearing sex,
right,
could be on the radio. Right, that can be on anything. That can be on anything you listen to, but seeing it is something completely different. You didn't do nothing but hear what he did.
Right, and all he said, hey, look, he's not even a good sex talker. That's not. Honestly,
but you're not wrong.
He even mentioned his name. What did she work? Michelle worked for ESPN.
Michelle's a common name. CT.
Michelle worked for ESPN. Hey,
Cliff.
Around the building.
Cliff, tell him.
Is that right? Is that right, Sizzle? Is that right? Are you right?
They know Michelle.
Who's Michelle? Okay, I was about to say.
Cliff, tell him.
If that's right, I can understand. If that's right, I can understand.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know, but that's what it could be. Michelle work at ESPN, you know what I'm saying?
He could have been talking off the 614 Michelle, Cliff. We don't know what Michelle he was talking.
Man, they know who Michelle is.
Shut up, Cliff. Cliff, shut the fuck up,
Cliff. I wish he would have been.
Shut up, Cliff. You're ignorant.
They know Michelle in LA.
Cliff
you hear me? I'd have been calling like, listen, you got a hook. Reel them in.
Right.
Reel them in, baby. You know, I listen.
It's just funny that he can go on his. It's funny that he can go on his show and joke about it, like with Kai.
Right,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
But that's why. Listen, not to round it all the way back, but that's why I said that ESPN shit is dying. It's dying. It might already be dead because I don't watch ESPN.
Right.
I'll watch a game.
Right.
You damn near right. He can't lose it. Like you right.
That helps his stock. And people was talking about he gay and shit. That helps his stock.
He can make an OnlyFans and get
in every way. In every way.
OnlyFans probably called him.
In every way that helps his stock. And that's a pause too. That's a pause too. But in every way, that helps his stock.
I don't got OnlyFans stuff that.
If LeBron had an account, I bet you'd subscribe. Ain't no pause to that.
You wouldn't put no dumb shit on there, you dummy.
But hold on. You remember that?
He show you probably behind the
I know what you're saying.
Not to talk about CT's
Ain't no party. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. That party.
No, that wasn't what I was about to say. Not to talk about CT's
over
king,
the camera.
But you remember that shit where he tried to adjust his shorts in the game and his dick
came
was
out?
showing. Yeah, and everybody's talking about LeBron had a little dick after that.
They said the same thing.
Who cares about that?
But I'm saying that doesn't hurt.
So
that
he's been with
doesn't help
Savannah
your
his
stock.
whole life. He's
that doesn't help
Savannah,
your stock,
so what
right?
does that mean?
If you're LeBron James and you're the king, and like people are
like, what is? If that's the topic, then that's nuts.
If you're the king, you don't want nothing to hurt your stock. But I'm saying if you're Shannon Sharp and people are talking about you gay and all that bullshit, you want something to increase your stock. And that's exactly what this is for him. There is no risk. There's no risk of you losing a job because the side job you have is worth more than your wife.
But he said he's trying to put money down the road for his kids. So he was like,
he already got it.
He said I messed up a couple of endorsements, but he was like, dang. He said,
do you know he already said it on the podcast? Do you know he didn't say the amount, but he said that Cat Williams interview alone was more than any check he ever received in the NFL. That lets you know enough right there that you got enough to support your kids. It's just a matter of how you choose to live.
Right.
That's the thing. Nowadays, we're in an era where people are getting so much money that they have a skewed way of how you're supposed to live.
Mm-hmm.
Now niggas think that if you ain't in Miami or Hawaii or partying on a yacht, then you're not living. No, that's not real. That's not
CT
right.
type shit. CT type shit. But yeah,
you can live in a shoebox, my nigga. If you comfortable in that shoebox, you're living.
Right.
You might even be happier than me, slaving away for everybody else every day.
True.
It's a new way of thinking going on, and right now, Unc is still thinking like a Unc would.
He's trying to fit in.
But I don't want nobody hearing. I don't want nobody hearing my sex noises.
Bro, I swear that's
because then everybody gonna be looking for OnlyFans.
Especially the huff and the puff, and they was.
Oh, Cliff, because there's not much to spare.
And my fat ass don't got no OnlyFans to put out.
Yeah.
And even if I wanted to make a cameo, you know it was me. Up. Like I said, my tattoos is everywhere.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. Either way, it's not for me.
Oh, side note, Cliff. Why not run into Jeremy, the tattoo artist, at the Funny Bone on Sunday?
Ooh, did you put in a word?
No, fuck you. I put in a word for me.
Well, he didn't know it's a double. It's a double tat. It's a double tat evening. Because I'm showing up and I'm saying, you want money or no?
Right. Yeah, but you go ahead and get him first because I got to pay you over time. But yeah, nah, we can talk about that more. But yeah, I ran into him on Sunday. But no, I mean, that's what y'all saying. Yeah, I mean, you know?
Nah, you gotta. I don't know. I wouldn't give you to hit the showers because it might have worked exactly to how
his liking.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like a lot of niggas might be like, "Oh, you weak," or "You on some," you know. But it might have did exactly what he needed it to do.
It benefited him. It worked out in his favor. Now, like you said, CT. A lot of cases. See, CT. Here's the thing. The Paul Pierce situation, totally different.
Yeah, because you're on, like, you are going AWOL right now. Like, you're running away from you're showing strippers, you're telling them what you're doing, you smoking shit. Like, come on now, my nigga, like, you.
That nigga said, fuck it too.
That was your resignation right there. You knew that you wasn't working no more after that video.
I have to do my nigga like that.
Nah, and I hope that you wasn't like.
He's still on TV, Fox.
I hope that you wasn't so green, because you know that when you an NBA player, you don't live like a lot of us do. So I hope you wasn't so green that you got so drunk that you threw it away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that you knew exactly what you were doing. I just choose to do it while I'm drunk.
He said he woke up from a nap and seen all the cars and stuff.
Yeah, that's ignorant. That's some green shit. Because you're too old for shit like that.
Trying to do the live stream.
I don't care if you've never drank or kicked it like that before. I don't care if one of them little females that was sitting on your lap slipped you a bean and said, take this shot. And you ain't never felt that feeling before. You still should know, let me cool out.
All right. You should still have some sense.
Especially, you know, everybody screen record nowadays.
So. You're rich.
Yeah, too. You screen recorded, but
one wrong move and no real one.
First of all, you shouldn't be close enough to put nothing in my mouth.
Whoa.
That's a whoa. But you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, from the conversation. Female put a little thing in your mouth, a little bean in your mouth and hand you a shot. Most niggas are just going to take it. But you're rich. Again, you're rich. It's a different boat you're in.
I think mine's got to go to y'all's boy P. Diddy for sure.
I feel like that was kind of. I feel like never mind.
Trying to make deals.
No, I wasn't talking about Diddy. I was talking about that conversation before. I feel like I kind of incriminated myself.
Flip.
I do kind of feel like
You're pulling a Shannon Sharp on yourself.
But I was drugged, so.
Whoa,
I went no legend.
Diddy tried to get that bond today. They said no sir.
But go ahead, Diddy. Well.
I mean, we all most of us know about the whole Diddy situation, but just him like trying to keep making deals and they're shutting it down.
He got locked up though.
He got locked up.
Yeah, I can't be mad at him for doing that. You know.
But he tried. Did you hear that he tried to put his
50 million?
He tried to put his mom's house as collateral. You about to kick your mom out.
Do you know that is the natural way of things?
Yeah, Gunna. I mean, our boy
that's
Gunna.
The natural. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's the natural way of things. You go to jail. You need a bond. Your mom can't afford the bond. Your mom has to put her house up for collateral and tell you she gonna whoop your ass if you run. And that time, I'm not incriminating myself because I ain't never been through that.
Allegedly.
No, I ain't alleged.
Did you hear about what they found, though? All the stuff that they're saying that they officially reviewed?
Everything I told you that they was going to find? Everything I told you they was going to find. That's what they found.
But they let Bill Cosby out.
Bill Cosby's different though. Bill Cosby different. And let's keep it a buck. I'm not even trying to get into that conversation because shit was a lot looser back in the day.
Oh yeah, Quaaludes. Oh yeah.
And I don't know what you was doing about drugging. I don't agree with drugging nobody.
Right, especially no female.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you sitting on their lap and giving them a shot.
We all got daughters. Right. Yep. And Stephen A. Smith, like I said, because that was just, bro, you don't try to just derail Bryce Young's future and his
He has a way of doing that too, though.
Like you were saying, Cliff, don't mess up the young niggas' stock. Yeah. These young niggas' stock. Like, these young niggas are still trying to make it, bro. You might have just made it to where GM's just like,
and it'd be different. And nobody did that. Let's keep it a buck. Nobody did that to Trevor Lawrence.
Exactly. Go ahead, CT. Bail him out. I know you about to say something.
Nobody did that to him. And he's been in a pretty damn good situation since he's been in the league.
He's been to the playoffs too, though. So.
Right.
But he also had a Super Bowl winning coach.
Right. And it took that coach to get you to the playoffs.
Even out there playing. Fuck.
But you keep saying that. I'm telling you, CT. Okay.
What would he have did? What would Trevor Lawrence had did with Urban Meyer?
Thank you.
Cook.
Man,
no, you crazy.
He's not cooking now.
Right. What is Urban Meyer
still
do?
Early.
I'm saying over the past 2 years, he hasn't been cooking. That's
he ain't cooking.
That was the issue why people were upset. You understand that this extension that he just signed had made him the #1 paid quarterback again.
So he's obviously doing something.
Not recently. He's not anymore, but that extension.
No, it's the same reason why they paid Dak, CT. When you cry enough, you're the face of the franchise. You want to be compared to your peers.
Right. Somewhat true. But what it really comes down to is teams don't want to gamble on trying to pick another
guy.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's going to be better than you.
So.
Yeah, they got him in case Trevor gets hurt, because remember Trevor was hurt for a little bit last
year. And that's
a
good pick. Right. And you've seen that he just dove for the first down in the last game and got flipped head over.
Yeah, flipped like a brush.
I like him, though. He got a little bit of that Josh Allen in him, where it's like, I'll risk my body for what I need.
That's sunshine off of.
And a part of me likes that at points.
He definitely gets flashes. You got flash the greatness though.
Trevor Lawrence to the Raiders one day. Yeah.
I don't think I would mind that. But it would have to be in the earlier part of his career.
You don't know, he might get better with time.
Nah, it didn't matter if it's within the next 2 to 3 years.
I
don't want him.
or something.
Y'all still got Devontae. He's 32.
Devontae is a wide receiver.
I understand. Yeah, I understand.
Right, and Devontae has proven that even at the age that he currently is, I'm an elite wide receiver. So you don't let go of something like that until they slow down or one out.
Well, Chad Johnson ain't slowed down.
But it also comes down to that perception conversation we had. And I think what added more to the perception is he talked too much, just like Terrell Owens.
Him and T.O.
Just like Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant had at least 3 more years left. But you talk too fucking much for these people in higher places.
Steve
Smith
Sr.
You had more time. You talk too much. You're talking your way out of being. They like people that are willing to play the ball they want them to play.
You think he retired when he won?
Who? Huh?
Steve Smith Sr.
Nah, he still has some time.
I think he did.
I think he had at least a year and a half, 2 years.
What you mean, CT? That's not uncommon. We've seen that with him, Deshaun Jackson, Devontae Smith. I mean, it's not uncommon. It's been hella
Smith
he was small.
But
Marvin Harrison was small.
Steve Smith was a tank though.
No, not like.
There's a difference from being small, like a Devontae Smith.
T.O. and Chad Johnson, them compared to them, he was small.
But he was still taking niggas off. He would still truck niggas.
Exactly, bro. Hines Ward wasn't tall. CT, that nigga was little. He was, like you said, Cliff, he was trucking niggas.
Little. He was like 6'3".
He was short.
But I'm saying from the 6 foot, even the 5'11",
5'11",
because I'm putting Steve Smith at no higher than 6'1". Absolutely no higher than 6'1". But
he was
for those wide receivers back then in that era, they weren't the small, shifty, lightweight ones. You know what I'm saying? They were sturdier than what we are getting now at that height. That height now is
5'9".
That height, who?
Steve Smith.
Was he really?
Told you, yes. I was no 6 nothing.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't 6. I knew he was.
I told you them guys you were naming. He was so small compared to them. Like, and he was out there talking, backing it up, going crazy.
AB was only 5'10". Yeah, we being technical. That nigga's only 5'10", bro.
That's my
shit. Yeah, Antonio Brown was like 5'10", 5'11". No more than under 6 foot for sure.
Steve Smith was he was bullied to be a wide receiver.
Yeah. Like I said, that Hines Ward ain't. Niggas will fuck you up. Go ahead and be on defense. That's fine. Niggas is looking forward to the block play. Look, they don't want to catch.
That really just makes me like him more. I didn't know he was that small.
Small.
Yeah, you know, he was a mount. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely ain't no mount.
Well, you right. It's only one of a kind. But you know
definitely ain't no mount. You pray.
Whoa.
Yeah, you pray.
Hell no. Yeah, I'm Randy Moss in that 2016.
There's predators and then there's prey, and you vulture meat.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Oscar Mayer wiener meat.
I'm the nigga that killed you and left you there, and the vultures is what left you as meat.
And I'm the nigga that gets revived. And they revived me. Hey, they revived me. You hear me? Just like on Dark Souls.
If I would have came out now.
Oh, okay.
it'd have been a whole different ball game. I probably would have stayed playing football.
I don't think you would have, just because you don't like the rules now. You know what I'm saying? The new game.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
I don't know. I don't know if I would have kept.
But if I came up in that era, I probably would have been more comfortable with it.
True. Knowing what
but no, you are absolutely right. I would refuse to play this football. I did Barry Sanders, and I'm retiring early. I'm not playing this football. Because I don't want to. I want hits.
I'm trying to deck the halls.
You know what I want? What?
I'm trying to deck the halls.
What's that mean?
You ain't never heard somebody say, nigga, I'm about to deck the halls.
Hell fucking no. That must be some Indiana shit.
I'm about to knock you out. Like say I'm about to deck the halls.
I don't know nothing about that.
Or if a nigga say, in the words of my boy Tommy off of Power, if a nigga say I'm gonna cancel Christmas on your ass, come on now. It's over with. If a nigga tell you they gonna cancel Christmas, boy, that don't mean Santa ain't coming. That means it's OD.
I just like I had to think. I had to think about.
Fuck you up for a minute.
I ain't even about to worry about none of that Diddy shit. I'm just trying to crack pads. That I want crunches. I'm trying to crunch. I want to hear impact. I want you to feel impact. I don't want you just to fall to the ground and the play's over. I want every play to be punishment.
We should have heard what I was telling Elijah yesterday, Cliff. I'll tell you about that later. Yeah,
you know how many times my dad didn't grab me by my neck and say, give him a reason not to run your way.
You hear me? Listen. Yeah. Right.
And I took that to heart.
Right.
Never again.
Don't play with me. Yeah, don't play with me. Play with your mama. Don't play with me.
We don't got that football no more, so you are right. I probably wouldn't have wanted to play.
This is so watered down.
But
that was my hidden fucking what I say, Stephen.
Did you give him CT? Who was your hit-ems?
His was Shannon Sharp. The video.
And I already gave him the Canelo, but really it is Canelo, man. Like, I understand that you great. Don't get me wrong. But we're not here. You know, even Mayweather retired and gave us exhibitions. We want to see you fight the best of the best if you claim to be the best. Fight David Benavidez, and I ain't got nothing else to say. If you beat David Benavidez, then you go down as what I thought you was. One of the best to ever do it. But I don't want to see you just fight people that don't deserve to be fighting you for money. Good on that.
Ain't the Paul Tyson fight rescheduled for November?
Yeah, it's coming up. I think it's the first week in November.
I saw they was at the Cowboys game. He was like,
you're right, doing that. Now they're trying to make it look real. They be laughing and clowning in the other time. Now they're trying to actually make it seem presentable with the face.
I guarantee you when the bets come out, they're going to be weird.
What you mean?
Like we talked about earlier, they ain't going to let you bet on what you want to bet on. It's going to be like some weird-ass bets where you can only bet a certain
I can see that. I wonder who they're going to have as the underdog. I wonder if it'll be Paul or if it's going to be Tyson.
I mean, I think it should be Tyson.
And I thought we was gonna get back on the show to try to put together some quick parlays like we did last year, like anytime touchdown scores and little shit. We don't be doing that.
But today, I mean,
no, we good today because I know we had time. I'm just saying, like, I know we do. I know we do it outside on the podcast and we do it in the group text. I'm just saying, like, we got.
Okay, so what we'll do is moving forward. We'll put I'm not sending no bets, of course, because you got to put them in to send them. But I'll send you what I believe to be true.
Right.
And we'll all send ours to the what's the name and.
Or at least some players and put it in the group.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like Saquon, Kamara, Bijan. You know,
and
Devontae Adams this week against the Panthers.
We'll do that before each show so we can address what we got matching at least on the show. We'll do that.
I'm gonna start locking in on Saturday night, like looking at
that too.
I mean, that's how I usually get down. Like, I usually don't put my bets in until Sunday morning. Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not. But I mean, we throw them out anyway, so that's probably the best way of doing it. But fuck these hoes. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell that nigga to troll. We'll catch y'all next Wednesday. I gotta piss.
Let's go.
Make sure you wipe.
Go Pat.
Your mama wipe for me.